शुरू करें. Good afternoon everyone. So we start with today's section. Yesterday we completed 80 questions in the third set. Starting with next question in the series. Question number is 281 and the question says that consider the following countries: Italy, Japan, Nigeria, South Korea and South Africa. 5 countries are given over there, and what is the question asking? Which of the above countries are frequently mentioned in the media for their low birth rates or aging population or declining population? So it is talking about low birth rate, aging population, declining population. Now have a look at Italy. Is a country of Europe. It is a developed country. The parameters which have been asked in the question, they will relate to last stage of demographic transition, or they will relate to stationary or regressive population pyramid. So all those countries which are fulfilling that, they will be covered in this category: aging population or declining population or low birth rate. They all will be there. So Italy will match that criteria. Japan is a well-known country throughout the world for this particular problem only going on over there. Nigeria, it is underdeveloped, developing country. Nigeria is not having the problem of low birth rate or aging population. It is still in the second stage of demographic transition. When we talk about South Korea, in last year at least 5 to 7 articles were there in the newspapers with different time periods, in which they have discussed about that South Africa, the government of South Africa has tried to do each and everything to increase the population, but their population is reducing and the graph is going down, right? And they are not able to do anything. They have ultimately failed in that. They are not successful in that. So South Korea, sorry, is one of the country that is having that issue. So South Korea will become a part and parcel of that. And then you are having South Africa. South Africa is again in the category of developing countries. It is not having the problem of aging population or low birth rate. That is not an issue over there. So here Italy will fulfill the criteria. Japan is there, South Korea is there, 1, 2 and 4. So option 1, 2 and 4, option A for apple, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that? Let's move on to next question, that is question number 282. The question number 282 asks you about the longest border between any two countries in the world is between which states? Canada and United States of America is there, Chile and Argentina, China and Indonesia, Kazakhstan and Russian Federation. When we talk about Canada and United States, that is the longest international boundary of the world, and it is also the longest geometrical boundary of the world. It is marked by 49° north latitude. 49° north latitude marks a geometrical, a straight line boundary. The latitude, that is 49° north, makes the boundary between Canada and USA. It starts from the western coast of North America, border of USA and Canada, and extends up till the Great Lakes. It is a straight line boundary marked by 49° north latitude. So it is the longest boundary both in terms of length as well as in terms of geometrical boundary. When we use the term geometrical boundary, the straight line boundaries are called as geometrical boundaries. Further, if we talk about geometrical boundaries, then if the region is having high population, if the population is high, then boundary cannot be geometric. Like if we talk about our country India, all the boundaries between the states, none of the boundaries are straight line boundary. They are highly zigzag, crooked, dissected. So why it is like that? Because high population is there. Whenever the population is high, then the stakes are involved. What type of stakes? Related to relationships, religion, language, culture, society. As a result, each and every section of the land is demarcated with a particular sect, with a particular religion, with a particular community, and none of the communities are in a position or ready to sacrifice their piece of land. So a geometrical boundary like this cannot be made over a country like India or over any of the regions of the world which are densely populated. When you go to Africa, the countries in the northern part of Africa, Algeria is having geometrical boundary, Libya is having geometrical boundary. Why? Population is less. Similarly, when you go to the country Australia, you are having geometrical boundaries. Western Australia, Northern Territory, South Australia, Queensland, all they are separated by geometrical boundaries. Why it's separated by geometrical boundaries? Population is very less, right? So wherever population will be more, geometrical boundaries are not possible. Wherever population is less, geometrical boundaries are possible. However, over here the answer is option A, that is Canada and United States of America. Have a look at question number 283. Consider the following pairs: tribes are given and the states are given. Tribe is Limbu, state mentioned as Sikkim, Karbi Himachal Pradesh, Dongaria Kond Odisha, Bonda Tamil Nadu. Now these tribes are again, they remain in news. Limbu is a prominent tribe of the region, West Bengal, northern part of West Bengal, Sikkim, parts of Assam. You get this tribe over there, that is called as Limbu. So pair 1 is correctly matched. Pair 2, even if you have not heard the term name of the tribe Karbi, you must have heard the name of the location Karbi Anglong Plateau district over there. Which state it is? Assam. So Karbi is a tribe that belongs to Assam. It has nothing to do with Himachal Pradesh. Himachal Pradesh is having different tribes over there. One I told you yesterday, that is Kinnoris. They are present in Himachal Pradesh. Oh, which other tribes are present in Himachal? Gujars, Gaddis. They are present in Himachal. So Karbi will not match with Himachal. First was correct, 2 is wrong. Third is Dongaria Kond. Dongaria Kond is a famous tribe of Odisha region. It is correctly matched. Then Bonda. Bonda is also from Odisha only. It has nothing to do with Tamil Nadu. Bonda is from Odisha only. So 1 is correctly matched and 3 is correctly matched. So 1 and 3 only. Option A for apple, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Got that? Clear on that? 1 and 3. Option A for apple. Question number 284. Algeria, Libya, Sudan, South Sudan, Australia, West part. Yes, they are having geometrical boundaries. Yes, Gurpreet, they are having geometrical boundaries. Correct. Next question, question number 284. Places of pilgrimage and a location. Now, Sri Sailam. UPSC has asked the question, Sri Sailam. While discussing the PYQs, we discussed that. Can you recall that question? It was Sri Sailam, which state? Yeah, it is an answer, but here it is a step forward. It is a level up. Nallamala Hills. Is it having the location of Sri Sailam? Yes or no? Omkareshwar. It is again a famous temple having location on Satmala. Yes or no? Pushkar on Mahadev Hills. Sri Sailam. Sri Sailam is located on Nallamala Hills. There is no doubt on that. It is 100% correct. Omkareshwar is a temple located on the banks of river Narmada. That is a Jyotirling dedicated to Lord Shiva. It is on Mandhata Hills, and Mandhata Hills they are located in Madhya Pradesh. It is not on Satmala Hills. Satmala Hills are located where? Maharashtra, and a section extends into Gujarat also. They are not in Madhya Pradesh. Omkareshwar is in Madhya Pradesh. So statement 2 is incorrectly matched. Pushkar, the only place on the earth where a temple of Lord Brahma is there, and that is in Rajasthan. That is on Aravalis. It is not Mahadev. Mahadev hills are located where? In central India. Mahadev is one of the mountain range that is forming Dhupgarh along with Satpura. So it is in central India. So first is correctly matched, 2 is incorrect, third is incorrect. So 1 only, option A for apple, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Pushkar region is known for various, yeah, apart from that, various like that region is known for sandstone, granite, marble, Makarana, one of the prominent places where white marble is excavated and then it is carved out into sheets for selling in the market. Kalamkari, painting refers to Kalamkari painting refers to a hand painted cotton textile in South India, a handmade drawing on bamboo handicrafts in Northeast India. A block painted woolen cloth in western Himalayan region of India, a hand painted decorative silk cloth in northwestern part of India. What is the answer? It is a cotton textile of South India, hand painted, and for that it is called as kalamkari. It is hand painted. Exactly, a old type of pen is used to do painting over that, and it is called as a kalam in Hindi, and so it is called as kalamkari, right? So option A for apple, is the right answer to this particular question. Question number 286. Consider the following pairs. Glaciers are given and the rivers are given. Bandar Pooch, Yamuna, Barasigri, Chenab, Milam, Mandakini, Siachen, Nubra, Zemu, Manas. So number 1, Bandar Pooch. Close to Yamunotri you are having this glacier. Bandar Pooch, it is the origin of river Yamuna. 100% correct one. Bara Sigri or Bara Sigri or Bada Sigri, it is the origin of Chenab. Bara Sigri is the largest glacier of Lahaul Spiti region. It is located close to Chandratal. That is the origin. One of the rivers originates from that region, from Chandratal, that finally confluences with another river to form Chenab. So Barasigri is close to Chandratal. It is considered as an origin point for Chenab. So it will be correct one. Clear on that? Then Milam Glacier for Mandakini. Milam is located where? Milam is located in Pithoragarh district of Uttar Pradesh. Milam, Pithoragarh, Uttar Pradesh. From where you start, it is a boundary between Uttar Pradesh and Nepal, Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand. That is Milam Glacier, Pithoragarh district. Pithoragarh district, Milam, it is the origin of a river, and the river is called as Gori Ganga. Gori Ganga is a tributary of another river that you all must be knowing, that is river Kali. River Kali is also known as Sharda in our country India. So river Gori Ganga becomes a tributary of river Kali, which originates from this particular region of Milam Glacier. And as far as Mandakini is concerned, Mandakini originates from ahead of Kedarnath, Chorabari Glacier. It is almost 1 kilometer ahead of Kedarnath, Chorabari Glacier. From there river Mandakini originates and flows downstream. Mandakini confluences with Alaknanda at Rudraprayag. Then Siachen Glacier, Nubra. It is the correct statement. From Siachen you get the origin of this river Nubra, and Nubra later on joins river Indus as a right bank tributary. On right bank of Indus it confluences with Indus. Zemu, Manas. Manas is a river that originates from Bhutan, Trans-Bhutan region, and Zemu is located in Sikkim, right? Indirectly it can be considered as an origin of river Tista. Zemu is associated with river Tista, not with Manas, right? So Bandar Pooch and Yamuna is the correct answer, is the correct statement. Barasigri and Chenab is again a correct statement. Third one is wrong, fourth one is correct, fifth one is wrong. So 1, 2 and 4, option A for apple, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that? Sri Sailam might be on Krishna River, Gurpreet. I was talking about Omkareshwar, that is on Narmada.
Like glaciers are not given in the books also. Like if you read this Chena origin points given Chandratal, so how should we go through?
When the rivers come up in the newspaper, you should do at least two things for any particular river: the origin point and the termination point. What is the origin of the river? What is the termination of the river? Right. Now, glacial outburst, lake flood, Tista, Sikkim issue. So Tista, go for that. Solamo Lake, go for that. Rangit, prominent tributary of Tista, go for that. end point of Tista confluencing with Brahmaputra, which location, go for that. At least few basic exercises need to be done along with current affairs. Chenab was in news, so you can go for that. Something or the other keeps on happening in the region of Chenab. So they will ask you, now Yamuna and Ganga, they are in news. This year they are prominently in news. I was discussing yesterday also, day before yesterday also. UPSC will 110% frame question on Ganga and Yamuna, and it will not ask you the confluence point of Ganga and Yamuna. It will ask you something else. So related to Ganga and Yamuna, whatever you can study, as per your knowledge, as per your belief, as per your understanding, or whatever you can memorize or keep in your brain, at least do that much of exercise, it will help you out. And if these type of options are there, at least you are having the power to eliminate. If it is only 1, 2, 3, 4, then it becomes slightly dicey, difficult, unless and until you are having complete knowledge, you can't do anything. But here you are having an option to eliminate. Clear on that? So here the correct answer was option A for apple. 1, 2 and 4 are correct statements. Question number 287. Siachen Glacier is situated to the east of Aksai Chin. Aksai Chin is the region that is occupied by China, which India claims as its own and China claims it as its own. LAC separates Aksai Chin from the Indian controlled territory, that is line of actual control. Aksai Chin is located, the location I have discussed with you. Now Siachen Glacier is located, you can say 9 out of 10 parts are located in our country India, and 1 out of 10 parts is in POK, Pakistan occupied Kashmir. That is the status of Siachen. But in general, Siachen is considered as part of India only. So it is located on the eastern side of Aksai Chin. If on the eastern side of Aksai Chin you will go, you will enter Tibet. You will enter further into the territory of China. So it cannot be Siachen Glacier. Siachen is in our country in India. East of Leh. Leh is located on river, right? So if it is east of Leh, then on the eastern side of this Leh, you are having the rivers like Indus. There is a prominent tributary which you all must be knowing if you have followed NCERT class 11, Nubra. Even in class 9th NCERT they have mentioned the name. Nubra is a tributary of Indus, originates from Siachen Glacier, right? So Nubra is originating from Siachen and it is confluencing with Indus. So Siachen must be further north of Leh, so it cannot be the answer. It is north of Gilgit. Gilgit is another river, major river, which is a tributary of river Indus. It originates from the region of Gilgit-Baltistan, that is right now under the illegal occupation of Pakistan, that is Pakistan occupied Kashmir. So Gilgit flows from that particular region. So that can also not be there. Gilgit is further on the western side of Siachen, so it is not north of Gilgit. Next is north of Nubra Valley. So from Siachen in the north, river Nubra originates. From here Indus, if you go by the rough sketch over here, Indus flows somewhat like this, right? Somewhere over here there is Siachen Glacier. A river will be generated and it will join river Indus, that is river Nubra. So Siachen is located over there. So Nubra river is south of Siachen Glacier and the option is saying there north of Nubra Valley. So that will become one of the answers, correct answer to this particular question. If you have to relate it to Gilgit, then Siachen will be on the eastern side of Gilgit. If you have to relate it to Leh, it will be north of Leh. If you have to relate it to Aksai Chin, it will be west of Aksai Chin. So Siachen will be west of Aksai Chin, north of Leh, east of Gilgit and north of Nubra Valley will be correct. Are you getting that? So here answer will be option D, D for dog shall be the right answer. Now in your atlases you are having a map of India. On the very next page, first map is physical map of India, any atlas. Second map is political map of India. And the third map of your atlas is a detailed map of Jammu and Kashmir region, along with Himachal or Uttarakhand, right? So as soon as that third map comes up, multiple questions can be framed by UPSC from that particular region, because that region is having international borders. On one side it is Pakistan, on another side it is China, Tibet region, and that region remains contentious, remains in debate. So question will be framed from this particular region. Keep on looking in this on this particular map as many number of times as possible. Only then you will be able to answer the question. I am not asking you to mug it up. If you will try to learn कि we should memorize the location of Nubra, Hunza, glaciers over there, you won't be able to do anything. Keep looking on the map, turn the atlas off. Don't try to learn anything, don't try to memorize anything. Don't memorize, simply look, leave, look, leave, look, leave. Do this exercise continuously for 4, 5 months, 6 months, once in a week, once in 15 days, and your command over map will increase automatically. Are you getting my point? So here the answer is D for dog, north of Nubra Valley. Question will keep on coming in this manner only in UPSC. You will have to use your knowledge related to map only. If you think that you can prepare certain questions on map and by that it will solve the purpose in UPSC, it won't happen. UPSC demands a command over the map, and a command over the map is not learning of the map. You can't learn the map. The area known as Golan Heights sometimes appear in the news in the context of events related to Middle East. The question might have been asked few years back, so it is a very simple question. But now, if the question is framed by UPSC in Golan Heights, then it will ask you about the specifics of Golan Heights, where it is located. It is located in southwestern part of Syria, having borders with Jordan, Israel, Lebanon. That is the region of Golan Heights. So here the answer is Middle East, that is B for Bombay, will be the correct answer. Getting my point? I am not opening the maps over here because the next paper for today is on map only. In that we will study each and map by opening the maps on screen only. Which one of the following statements best reflects the issue with Senkaku Islands sometimes mentioned in the news? Now Senkaku Islands is often mentioned in the news. UPSC has asked, it is generally believed that they are artificial islands made by a country around South China Sea. They are artificial. They are not artificial. Are they in South China Sea? They are in East China Sea. China and Japan engage in maritime disputes over these islands in East China Sea. Yes. Along with that, Taiwan is also claiming that. China is having a different name for that. It is something DAIYOU. Taiwan has given a third name to the island, and Japan is having right now under the control of Japan. Japan is having the name as Senkaku. A permanent American military base has been set up there to help Taiwan to increase its defense capabilities. Nothing like that. Though International Court of Justice declared them as no man's land, some Southeast Asian countries claim them. The correct answer is option B, that China and Japan engage in maritime disputes over these islands in East China Sea. The location of Senkaku will become important. Senkaku Island, if you have some idea about the world map, think over that. If you want to open in your atlas, you can open in your atlas. Open a map of Asia. In the map of Asia, you will find Japan. On the southern side of Japan, when you will move south, you are having a chain of island groups that is called a Ryukyu. Japan is composed of 5 island groups. Hokkaido in the north, Honshu further south, Kyushu, Shikoku, and further south it is a chain of island that is called as Ryukyu. North of Japan is Kuril Island that belongs to Russia. Japan claims Kuril as its own. Russia claims Kuril as its own. Finally, Kuril right now is under the control of Russian administration. Close to Ryukyu, you are having this island group that is called as Senkaku. Senkaku is closest to the boundary of Taiwan. If you compare China, Japan and Taiwan, it is closest to Taiwan. It is northeast of Taiwan. If you can find, if it is given in the atlas, it is northeast of Taiwan, west of China, east of China, and southeast of Japan. So Japan is farthest away. Senkaku Island के ऊपर UPSC has asked a question. Now UPSC give you a question like this. Senkaku Island is nearest to China, Japan, Taiwan. All the 3 countries are claiming that. It can give you a question like that. Which of these countries is closest to Senkaku Island? So Taiwan is closest, second closest is China, third closest is Japan. Are you getting that? But you have to check for that. Japan का हो सकता है कोई island Senkaku के अगल बगल हो. In relation to that, it will become closest to Japan. So do check for that using your AI capabilities. Here answer is B, B for Bombay. We move on to our next question. Consider the following pairs. Regions often mentioned in news, reasons for being in news, regions which are there in news, and what are the reasons for them for being in news. Now North Kivu and Ituri. Sometimes while going through the PYQs of UPSC, we get an impression as if UPSC is knowing that something is going to happen in this region further again. North Kivu and Ituri has been asked by UPSC, see how a few years back, and now at that time also it was in debate, but right now it is at the forefront. North Kivu and Ituri, which location? Democratic Republic of Congo, eastern side of Democratic Republic of Congo, having borders with Rwanda, Uganda, right? So it is not between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Nagorno and Karabakh was completely in news throughout 2023, 2024 between Armenia and Azerbaijan. Ethnic revolt, Armenian and this Azerbaijan country revolts going on among themselves. That was Nagorno Karabakh. So first is wrong, second is wrong. Kherson and Zaporizhia. At that time it might have been a new term, but now it is very much there. Everyone knows that where is Kherson and Zaporizhia. Both are located in Ukraine. So none of the pairs are correctly matched. First is wrong, second is wrong, third is wrong. Yes or no? North Kivu and Ituri, that is a region that is rich in mineral resources, specifically cobalt. So it is disputed. So here the answer will be D, D for dog. None of them is the are correctly matched. Next question, question number 291. Gurpreet, it is not Sakhalin Island, it is Sakhalin Island. That is disputed between Russia and Japan. Sakhalin. Indian Oil Corporation is working over there. Every map, don't try to learn any map. I am again repeating, keep looking at the map, and if you try to learn the map, then you won't be able to succeed in doing anything. And if you think that you have learned the map, leave the map for 1 week and test after that whether you are able to recall that or not. I did that for capitals of northeast of India. All the capitals of northeast of India, I tried to mug them up, which is located north, which is south, east, west, alignment of all the capitals of northeast Indian states. 8 states, उनकी capital को याद करने की मैंने कोशिश करी थी when I started my preparation for UPSC. Someone told me this is very important area, learn that. I said okay, I will learn it up. I learned that, and to this date आज तक हो सकता है मैं न्यूयॉर्क और बॉस्टन की लोकेशन बता दूं, but I can't tell the location of northeastern state capitals. I am highly confused in that. Highly confused because I tried to mug it up. I always remain confused that Kohima is on the eastern side or Imphal is on the eastern side, which is north, which is south, because I tried to learn it up. और जिसको नहीं याद किया वो दिमाग में रह गया. Try it out, it will help 110%. Question number 291. Consider the following pairs. Area of conflict mentioned in news. Countries where they are located. Donbass. Very easy, it is Ukraine. On the eastern borders of Ukraine, you are having Donbass. Kachin. Kachin is the northern province in Myanmar. Now Kachin is having borders with India, yes or no? UPSC gives you the clue that what it can ask next, but you are not working on that. Kachin is in Myanmar, everyone knows that. What will UPSC ask next? If it has to frame question again on Kachin. Is India having contiguous border with Kachin, yes or no? If yes, which state is having borders with Kachin state, Kachin region of Myanmar? You need to answer that. India is having international border with Myanmar with so many states, starting from Mizoram up till Arunachal. So which state is having border with Kachin? You need to know that. Finally over here, statement number 2 is a wrong one. Tigray. Tigray was in Ethiopia, is in Ethiopia. So first is incorrect, second is also incorrect, third is also incorrect, all three are incorrect. So none. Option D, D for dog, will be the right answer. Donbass is in Ukraine, Kachin is in Myanmar, Tigray is in Ethiopia. Option D, D for dog. Question number 292. Consider the following. Jaipur is near Dnieper River. Consider the following pairs, country and the reasons for being in news. Argentina, worst economic crisis. Sudan, war between countries, regular army and paramilitary forces. Turkey rescinded its membership of NATO. Argentina, worst economic crisis. Economic crisis going on, yes or no? What is the economic crisis going on over there? The problem is that economic crisis is going on over there. But what is the definition of economic crisis in Argentina? Inflation, poverty, lack of jobs, unemployment. Yes, and so Argentina is also planning to move out from what? Recently it has declared WTO, Paris Agreement. In everything it is following the footsteps of USA. As if Donald Trump would have been elected over here in Argentina. Worst economic crisis. But Donald Trump is doing something very good for America, yes or no? Worst, Americans are very happy by what he is doing right now. I don't know what will happen in future, but right now they are very happy. So it is the worst economic crisis going on in Argentina. It is the correct one. Sudan. Huh? In the history, in last 40-50 years of history of Argentina, it is facing one of the worst crises. It is not able to meet the demands, the local demands. Many subsidies are curtailed now. Problem is going on a mega scale. People are moving out because of lack of job, lack of health parameters, education. Everything is lopsided now in Argentina. It is not working nicely right now. So it is one of the worst economic crises if you compare last 3 or 4 decades for Argentina. Sudan, war is going on between countries, regular army and paramilitary forces. And one more thing, like you asked me this question, will it be considered as a worst or not? Try to look at the theme of the question. The question is asking for the country and the reason for being in news. So worst economic crisis, you are not supposed to do micro detailing over here, right? In general statement, you can do that. Here it will not be feasible to go into that detail. War between the countries, regular army and paramilitary forces. That is the reason for which Sudan is in news these days. So it is also correct, and it is going on since long. Turkey rescinded its membership of NATO. Turkey is having the membership of NATO. It never gave the membership of NATO. So 1 and 2 are correctly matched, and third is incorrect. So only 2 pairs. Option B for Bombay shall be the right answer. Clear on that? नागालैंड में भी इंटर करेगा पटकाई हिल्स पटकाई कहाँ से आ गया ओके कंसिडर द फॉलोइंग स्टेटमेंट्स स्टेटमेंट 1 assumed pipeline is a strategic route for Persian Gulf oil and natural gas shipments to Europe. Assumed pipeline connects Red Sea with Mediterranean Sea. Which one of the following is correct in respect of the above statements? Assumed pipeline is a pipeline from from Gulf of Suez, country Egypt, to close to Alexandria. That is a port in Egypt only, in Mediterranean. That is the assumed pipeline, right? It is a strategic route for shipment of oil because the quantity of oil which is to be transported from Persian Gulf to Europe has increased manifold, and sometimes it goes beyond the capacity of the vessels to carry that oil via sea route from Gulf of Suez, Suez Canal and then to Mediterranean. So this pipeline was developed as an alternative route, right? It was debatable at that time that it is not for natural gas, but over a period of time there is a group of group of people who says that it is used for natural gas also. Another group is saying that it is not used for natural gas, it is only for crude oil. UPSC has yet not provided the answer, right? But 99.9% of the chances both the statements will be held as correct. So first is Suez pipeline is a strategic route for Persian Gulf oil and natural gas shipments to Europe. Yes. Where it is? It is through the region of Egypt. From the western side of Gulf of Suez, it starts and it terminates close to Alexandria port in Mediterranean Sea, same country Egypt. Alexandria port is the region where river Nile makes the delta. So that is Suez pipeline. So both the statements are correct and statement 2 is the correct explanation of statement 1. So option A for apple shall be the correct answer to this particular question. Inflation above 3 decades in Argentina, right? Donald Trump current affair ek taraf, yes, it will help you out. Yes, Gurpreet, all the statements that you have written are correct. Next question. India does not import apples from United States of America. Huh? If you go to the market here in North India, at least, you will get 3 or 4 varieties of apple. One is from Kashmir, one is Kinnor, that is Himachali, and the third is Washington. They keep on selling Washington, 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 and the fourth is from New Zealand, right? So India does not import apples from United States. No, it is import apples from United States of America. In India, एक statement गलत हो गया, आंसर मिल गया. Option D, yes or no? Have a look at statement 2 also. In India, the law prohibits the import of genetically modified food without the approval of the competent authority. It's correct. So 1 is wrong, 2 is correct. So statement option D for dog shall be the right answer for this particular question. UPSC will debate going on international tariff war going on. Donald Trump initiated that. What type of question can UPSC frame in the coming years? If it frames question on that particular topic in relation to India, what products are being exported from India to USA, which is having maximum in terms of value, maximum in terms of volume, and every newspaper article is giving a different product. Some newspaper article on one day was claiming that gems and jewelry constitute the maximum section. Another day was electronics, electrical goods. It was something like that. So do work on that from the authentic websites, not AI generated. As you say or write something on Google, it gives you an AI generated solution. Don't rely on that. Go to the authentic websites of Government of India, Ministry of External Affairs or Ministry of Trade and Commerce and take the figures from there, right? Then you will be able to decide that what is going on. Consider the following airports of located over here. Donio Polo Airport. Where it is located? Itanagar. That is a airport that was constructed in Itanagar. That is the capital of Arunachal Pradesh. Kushinagar International Airport. Which state? Kushinagar known for what? Buddhism. Mahaparinirma. Something like that, no? That is in Lumbini or Kushinagar? Okay. Kushinagar. Then Vijayawada. Vijayawada is in Andhra Pradesh. Vijayawada was also in the list to be declared as the capital of Andhra after the bifurcation of the state, but eventually it was not made. So, in recent past, which of the above have been constructed as a greenfield projects? Now, first of all, what is the greenfield project? Suez pipeline, Gurpreet, crosses river Nile as far as my knowledge and belief, but do check for that, because river Nile is flowing from south to north towards Alexandria, and assumed pipeline is connecting Mediterranean on the western side of Alexandria, starting from the eastern side of Alexandria. So it must be crossing River Nile, but do check for that. I am not sure on that, that where it is crossing, how it is crossing, you have to check for that. Greenfield airport, greenfield project means from scratch, from beginning, right? What is brownfield? Renovation is carried out, that is called as brownfield. So here, which of these airports were constructed as a greenfield? The first two, that is the Itanagar airport and the Kushinagar airport, they were constructed as a greenfield projects. This was asked by UPSC. 1 and 2 only. Option A for apple, shall become the right answer to this particular question. In India, which one of the following types of forest is teak a dominant tree species? Teak, sal, teak, peepal, neem and shisham. Sal, teak, peepal, neem, shisham. Learn these 5 trees. Sal, teak, peepal, neem, shisham. As soon as you get the name of these trees, sal, teak, peepal, neem, shisham, it is related to deciduous. Sal, teak, peepal, neem, shisham. The problem will arise when they will ask you to differentiate between wet and dry deciduous. Otherwise, all belong to the category of deciduous, right? Here we are having only one option in which deciduous is there. Clear? So it will be tropical moist deciduous forest. Tropical rainforest के trees कौन कौन से हैं? Mahogany, ebony, rosewood, gata pracha, bratislava, jackfruit. They are tropical rainforest. Tropical thorn scrub forest. Chambal Basin region. Babul, Khair, Kikar, right? That will be found. Temperate forest with grassland. Temperate forests with grassland. What can? No. Temperate forests with grassland. Go to the temperate region. Temperate forests along with the grasslands. So it will be temperate evergreen or temperate deciduous between that. Temperate evergreen, the rainfall will be slightly less than temperate evergreen. Suppose this is the temperate region, right? This is the region of temperate evergreen. This is the region of temperate deciduous. This is the region of Mediterranean. This is the region of British type of climate. This will be the region of temperate grassland. कुछ नहीं आ रहा है temperate grassland पे, recall prairies. Prairies in central part of North America. Yes, prairies at a temperate grassland. Recall pampas. Recall steppe, recall downs, recall velds. You will be able to get some information that where we are talking about temperate grasslands. So temperate forest along with grasslands, what you will get? Bluegrass will be over here. If you talk about forest, oak, ash, beeches, pine, eucalyptus, they will be the prominent varieties that will be found in these forests. Clear on that? However, the answer to this particular question was tropical moist deciduous. Option A for apple was the right answer. Consider the following pairs. Tropical deciduous, evergreen नहीं आएगा. Mahua, UPSC has asked that question. We were discussing jackfruit, mahua, teak. Yesterday or day before yesterday we discussed that question. No? Jackfruit, mahua, teak. Which of them are in the category of deciduous? And mahua and teak was the answer. Jackfruit was evergreen. Consider the following pairs. Nokrek Biosphere Reserve, Garo Hills. Nokrek Biosphere Reserve is on Nokrek region, Garo Hills, East Garo region, Meghalaya. Garo Hills is correct. Loktak Lake कहाँ है? That is in Manipur. Bareil Range, Assam. It is not in Manipur. So Loktak Lake, Bareil Range will not be a correct option. Namdapha National Park, Arunachal Pradesh. Dafla Hills, Arunachal. So it should match. Namdapha National Park is on the easternmost side of Arunachal, close to the border of Myanmar. And Dafla Hills is on the western side, close to the border with Bhutan. Right? So both are in Arunachal, but still they are not the same. So first is correctly matched, 2 and 3 are incorrectly matched. So one only option A for apple shall be the right answer to this particular question. मिश्मी का नाम भी तो चेंज हो गया कुछ. The name of Mishmi has been changed. I cannot recall what is the name. I will have to check that. Next question. Leaf litter decomposes faster than any other biome, and as a result, the soil surface is almost bare. Apart from trees, the vegetation is largely composed of plant forms that reach up into the canopy vicariously by climbing the trees or growing as epiphytes rooted on the upper branches of the trees. This is the most likely description of tropical rainforest. Coniferous forest mein what will be there? You will be having a conical canopy of the trees. Why conical canopy? That is a natural adaptation to fight heavy snowfall. Dry deciduous forests as we find in the northern plains of India, that is deciduous forests. Mangrove forests are coastal regions, right? Is there any place where we are having inland mangrove forests? Mangrove forests are found on the coastal area. Do we have inland mangrove forests in our country India? Where? Gujarat. We are having inland mangrove forests in some of the regions of Gujarat, and it is a mix of fresh water, salt water, each and everything. And it is believed that at a time of marine transgression, when that region was submerged under oceanic area, at that time the conditions were suitable, and that led to the mangrove forest in that particular region. Tropical rainforest is the description that has been given over here. So option D for dog, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that? Sure. Question number 299. Which one of the following is the best example of repeated falls in sea levels giving rise to present day extensive marshland? Marshlands. Extensive marshlands. Huh? Run of Kutch is the right answer? Yes or no? It is in Gujarat. Falls in sea levels have resulted in the formation of marshes over there. Bhitarkanika is where? Odisha. Bhitarkanika UPSC is asking since last 10 years. In one or the other option you will find Bhitarkanika mentioned over there. Started in 2011. I was giving my first prelims and it asks that it belongs to which place, which biosphere reserve, Simlipal or something like that was a question asked over there. Bhitarkanika. Moroccan salt pans, where they are? Tamil Nadu. They are known for production of salt in Tamil Nadu. Salt pans in Tamil Nadu. Nopada Swam. Where it is? It is in Andhra Pradesh. And this, you work on that, Nopada Swam. It is important because it is fresh water also, salt water also. Saline water, due to that salt pans are there over there. Fresh water is also there. It is a mix of these two types of biomes. So work on that, Nopada Swam. In coming years, this year, next year or next to next year, again question may be asked over this particular swamp. Answer to this particular question is Run of Kutch, option D for dog is the right answer. Clear on that? Okay, this is the last question in this paper. Question number 300. Consider the following: carbon monoxide, nitrogen oxide, ozone, sulfur dioxide. Excess of which of the above in the environment are the causes of acid rain? Carbon monoxide will not cause acid rain. Nitrogen oxides and oxides of sulfur, they are responsible for acid rain. Sulfur dioxide is considered more relevant in terms of acid rain as compared to nitrogen oxides. Sulfur dioxide is a major constituent for acid rain. However, both are part of that. So 2 and 4, option B for boy, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes, Guneri village is the location where you are having inland mangroves. Guneri village. Now we start with our fourth set of questions. Now this are the questions which are based on the map work, right? PYQs are over. First day we completed a section on NCRT, 100 questions on NCRT covering class 6 to class 12. Second and third day was for PYQs. We completed all the PYQs last 14 years, 200 PYQs of geography, mix of geography with environment, science or any other subject. In whichever geography could have been used in even a part and parcel of the question that has been discussed in the class. I have not left out any of the questions. Now we start with the map based questions which can be considered as relevant in your upcoming prelims examination. So starting with the first question in that series. Question number 1 or 301. On December 17, 2024, the Union Ministry of Home Affairs reimposed protected area regime to monitor the movement of foreigners in some northeastern states. In that context, arrange the following states from maximum to minimum in terms of their length of borders with Myanmar. That region has remained in dispute. Protected area regime, suna hai na? Protected area regime was reimposed. What is protected area regime? Earlier it was like 40 kilometers on both the sides of border, people were allowed. It was reduced to 16 kilometers. Further restrictions were imposed on that, right? Then it was waived off. Then again restrictions are imposed, right? So that is protected area regime. It is against free movement regime. It was imposed and all these 4 states are having borders with Myanmar. They are Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal and Mizoram. And the question is asking you, arrange these states in terms of the length of border with Myanmar from maximum to minimum. Nagaland, Manipur, Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram. कुछ भी पूछेगा यूपीएससी. Mizoram is, all these 4 states are having border with Myanmar, yes or no? 100%. So which state is having maximum border? Manipur remained in dispute since May 2023 up till now. Infiltration from Myanmar, Rohingya issue going on, right? Myanmar military coup has taken place over there and democracy is not there. So infiltration cross border is taking place. Now these states have to be arranged as per their length of borders with Myanmar, arrange them. What could be the answer in this particular case? Yes, Armed Forces Special Powers Act has also been imposed. Maximum length of border is with Arunachal Pradesh, right? Very slightly less. I think there is difference only 10 to 20 kilometers. It is Mizoram. The third number comes for Manipur and the minimum border is with Nagaland. Are you getting that? So maximum is Arunachal followed by Mizoram followed by Manipur followed by Nagaland. So it should be 3, 4, 2, 1. 3, 4, 2, 1. Option A for apple shall be the right answer. Got that? Are you getting that? Clear on that? Option A for apple shall be the right answer. Consider the next question. Democratic Republic of Congo and Rwanda backed M23 militia remained in conflict in recent past. Consider the following statements in relation to that. Zambia, Angola, Uganda, Chad, Gabon, Cameroon. How many of the above countries share land borders with Democratic Republic of Congo? See, use this session. Today is 10th of April. 25th of May is your examination. Use this session in such a manner, taking it as a guarantee that you won't be able to cover this topic again in your even in your revision. You won't be having the time to view this video again. You won't be having the time even to open the map of Africa again. You are having so much of workload, you won't be able to do that. So here only do it once and for all. Have a look at a map of Congo. It is asking for the countries bordering Congo. The objective is not to derive the answer to this particular question. The objective is not to solve something. The objective is only to enhance your knowledge so that it may be utilized in your examination while you go for appearing in the examination on 25th of May. This is the country Democratic Republic of Congo. The first bordering country over here is Angola, then Zambia, Tanzania, three countries Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, Central African Republic, then Congo. Are you reading that? Have a look over here. Which countries are bordering Democratic Republic of Congo? Democratic Republic of Congo, Rwanda remained in dispute in last 4 or 5 months, 6 months. It is escalating. So it will questions will be asked from this particular region every now and then. So remain clear on that. Angola, Zambia, Tanzania, Uganda, Rwanda, Burundi, South Sudan, Central African Republic and Congo. These are the bordering countries of Democratic Republic of Congo. So Zambia was there, Angola was there, Uganda was there, Chad is there, Gabon, no, Cameroon, no. So 1, 2, 3 are having borders with Democratic Republic of Congo, 4, 5, 6 are not having borders with Congo. Clear on that? So answer will be only 3, option A for apple shall be the right answer. Red Sea remained contentious in last year. Consider the following statements and find the correct ones. Strait of Tehran connects Red Sea with Gulf of Suez. Strait of Gubal connects Red Sea with Gulf of Aqaba. Strait of Bab al Mandab connects Red Sea with Gulf of Aden.
Yes.
See over here, this water body present over here, this water body present over here, here this is Gulf of Aqaba, this is the Red Sea diverging into two parts, Gulf of Suez, Gulf of Aqaba. This water body is called as Gulf of Tehran. So Gulf of Tehran connects Gulf of Aqaba to Red Sea. Are you getting that? Here you are having the water body that is called as Strait of Tehran. I take my words back, it is a Strait of Tehran. So Strait of Tehran connects Gulf of Aqaba to Red Sea. Here it is Strait of Gubal. Gulal is in Holy, it is Gubal, G-U-B-A-L, Gubal. Over here Gulf of Suez to Red Sea. Are you getting that? These two water bodies are present over here that connects Red Sea to this particular region. They are along Sinai Peninsula. The between Gulf of Suez and Gulf of Aqaba, what is there? Sinai Peninsula. Clear on that? So Strait of Tehran connects Red Sea with Gulf of Aqaba. Strait of Gubal connects Red Sea with Gulf of Suez. So both the statements are wrong. Strait of Bab al Mandab connects Red Sea with Gulf of Aden. It is something very common, prominent. Strait of Bab al Mandab. Gulf of Aden is what? Aden is the old name of Yemen. So Gulf of Aden, Bab al Mandab, Red Sea. State of Bab al Mandab is also known as Gateway of Tears. The same state is known as Gateway of Tears. It was in dispute where the militant group Houthi was attacking. Gateway of Tears. Tears, आंसू निकल आते निकलने में. So it is called as Gateway of Tears. It was a region that was remained in dispute, and UK, USA, and you will be surprised, India is also guarding that, right? So statement number 1 is wrong, statement number 2 is wrong, they are flip statements. Statement number 3 is correct, so only one, option A for apple, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Question number 304. Korean Peninsula always remains in limelight. Consider the following statements on that. It is separated from Japan by Le Perose Strait. 38-degree parallel was initially considered as a border between North Korea and South Korea. Ulsan, Pusan and Incheon are important shipyards of North Korea. Nampo is a shipyard in South Korea. Have a look over here. North Korea, South Korea. Now 38-degree parallel is not there, but initially 38-degree parallel was considered as an international boundary between North Korea and South Korea. So that is there. Here you are having the town that is called a city that is called a Nampo. If you can see, Nampo is written over here. Nampo, right? Here you are having Ulsan. Pusan is somewhere over here. Incheon is here, Incheon, right? Don't go by the spelling. In some of the atlas it is INCHON, it is EON, both the spellings are correct. So Incheon over here, Ulsan over here, Pusan over here, these are in South Korea. These are the important places of South Korea. South Korea is separated from North Korea by 38-degree parallel. The capital Pyongyang, Kim Jong-un resides over here. Nampo is present over here. Nampo is a shipyard over there. These coastal cities are known for shipyards. South Korea, North Korea both are known for shipyards, right? So these are the places over here. It is separated from Japan. This is Japan, and here it is Korea. The strait is Korea Strait. It is not La Perouse Strait. It is Korea Strait. It separates South Korea from this particular region. Getting that? The capital Seoul. Crisis. Political crisis going on in South Korea. So it had remained in dispute, remained in news. और North Korea तो हमेशा न्यूज में रहता. So the question is, it is separated from Japan by Le Perouse Strait, will become a wrong one. 38-degree parallel was initially considered as a border between North Korea and South Korea is correct. Ulsan, Pusan and Incheon are important shipyards of South Korea. Nampo is a shipyard of North Korea. So statement 1 is wrong, 2 is correct, 3 is wrong, 4 is wrong. So how many statements are correct? Only one. Option A for apple. कितना डिटेल आ सकता है, इसीलिए तो वर्ल्ड मैप इज देयर इन द सिलेबस ऑफ यूपीएससी. बिल्कुल, these are the important shipyards having international importance these places. अब वहाँ के कोई छोटे से शहर किसी मोहल्ले के बारे में नहीं पूछेगा यूपीएससी, but those are places which are having international importance, they can be asked. Yes, you have to prepare the world map in that manner only. When you go for the detailed world map classes, then everything is carried out in that manner, right? अभी आएगा. It separates Japan from Japan के ऊपर Kuril, yes, Russia. Between northern island of Japan that is Hokkaido, and a certain part of Russia that is Kuril, they are separated from each other by La Perouse Strait. ये let me check La Parosa, I am not sure. Philippines के north में, correct है? We did this question, yes. Aral Sea is drying at an alarming rate. UPSC has asked question on that, and only a fraction is left over. Consider the following statements on that. It is bordered by Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan. It is Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. River Sir Darya and Amu Darya drains in Aral Sea. Both the statements are correct. Sir Darya, Amu Darya, both the rivers drain in Aral Sea, and it is having borders with Kazakhstan and Uzbekistan. Clear? Sure on that? Still have a look. I am not showing you this map for Aral Sea. I am showing this map to have a look on the Central Asia. Have a look over there, Aral Sea, Uzbekistan, Kazakhstan, right? The other countries of Central Asia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. Yesterday we were doing a question, which of the countries are having borders with Afghanistan? So see, Afghanistan is where? This is Afghanistan. Here we are having Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan, Tajikistan. I asked you to arrange them from west to east or east to west. याद है? So it was Tajikistan, then Uzbekistan, then Turkmenistan. Kyrgyzstan is here. China का भी border है, India का भी border है. India is also having border with Afghanistan, which is there in POK. But we claim that we are having border with Afghanistan. Are you getting this? So here we are having Aral Sea. Sir Darya, Amu Darya drains in Aral Sea. So it is bordered by Kazakhstan and Turkmenistan. Wrong. Sir Darya, Amu Darya drains in Aral Sea. Correct. So only two only. Option B, B for boy shall be the right answer. ये तो deep नहीं था ना? अरे, see, the offline class is asking me to go fast. Online class keep on saying go slow, go slow. What to do? Apurv, Zambia, Angola, Uganda, okay, correct. Gurpreet, sir, slow please, okay. Tehran is in Aqaba. Piracy issue, okay. Okay. Le Parose, okay. Russia and Japan, Apurv, okay. Gurpreet, zoom the map for North Korea वाला. ये मिल नहीं रहा Atlas में. In Atlas, after the map of Asia, you will get a detail of Korean Peninsula map. You can go through that. You will get the detailed map over there, right? Now I will have to open it again. Gurpreet, you do work over there. You will get the map. Let me move on to next question. पहले पढ़ लिया होता तो कर देता मैं. Arrange the following prominent water bodies from east to west. Lake Balkhash. Lake Balkhash is in which country? Kazakhstan. Caspian, Aral Sea, Black Sea. You have to arrange them from east to west or west to east, whatever you can do. If you have to start from the eastern side, you will start with Balkhash, followed by Aral Sea, followed by Caspian Sea, followed by Black Sea, right? Lake Baikal is also there. Have a look at the map over here. Here you are having Lake Baikal. This is the location of Lake Baikal. This is Lake Balkhash, that is in Kazakhstan. When you move further here, this water body is Aral Sea. Then you are having Caspian Sea. Then you are having Black Sea. So if you are moving from west to east, you will be having, suppose the question comes up, Strait of Gibraltar. then Mediterranean. After Mediterranean, Black Sea. After Black Sea, Caspian. After Caspian, Aral. Then Lake Balkhash. Then Lake Baikal. Then East China Sea or whatever comes over there. Are you getting that? Arrange the following prominent water bodies from east to west. So east to west will be 4, 2, 3, 1. 4, 2, 3, 1. So 4, 2, 3, 1. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Clear? Clear on that? Yes or no? Next is West Asia is undergoing a humanitarian crisis. Right? Someone was saying Israel ke acha Gurpreet was saying that. West Asia is undergoing a humanitarian crisis. Consider the following places of Lebanon and Syria and arrange them north to south. Right? So here are the places this I was telling you to do practice. Banias, Tripoli, Beirut, Saida. Banias is in Syria. Tripoli is in Lebanon. Saida, Lebanon. Beirut is the capital of Lebanon. So you have to arrange these places north to south. Let me open one map. It will help us to solve at least next few questions. See over here. If you move on the northern side, here, see over here, the towns are not mentioned over here, but if you will cross check in your atlas, you will find Syria is having this Aleppo. This we were discussing yesterday when I was telling you that it belongs to Syria. Here you are having a place that is called Latakia. Latakia has popped up in news in recent times multiple number of times. Right? After the fall of Bashar Assad regime in Syria, and it was taken by Mr. Gilani, what is the name? I am missing that. Gilani. Then after that, this place has been in news, multiple numbers. South of this, you are having the major port of Syria, that is Banias. It is located in the Levant region that we discussed yesterday. इसी के south में है Banias. Atlas में आपको दिख जाएगा. You are having Banias over there. Banias. It is a major port over there, right? Then here you are having Haifa. Beirut is mentioned over there. Sorry, Tripoli. Tripoli is there. Haifa is in Israel. Tripoli, Beirut. South of Beirut is the city Saida. It is not visible in this particular map, and I don't want to waste the time searching on other maps, right? So in your atlas, every atlas is having a detailed map of West Asia. In that, if you will look for that, you will find the towns Tripoli, Beirut, Saida in sequence. North is Tripoli, further south is Beirut, further south is Saida, Saida, Saida. Are you getting that? Let me check if I can find any good map. Sorry? This is also not showing. ये समझ में आ गया ना कहाँ पर है? So Banias, Tripoli, Beirut, Saida, they have to arrange, and the order of arrangement that was asked, north to south, from north to south. So it will be starting with Banias, followed by Tripoli, Beirut, Saida, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the correct sequence, north to south. So option D, D for dog, is the right answer for this particular question. Clear on that? 100%. Consider the following places of West Asia. Again, it is now the towns of Israel. West Bank, a border. What is the border of West Bank? These are the West Bank countries. 4 countries are there in West Bank. They are called as Syria, Israel, Lebanon, Jordan, and sometimes Cyprus is also included. West Bank countries. Consider the following places of West Asia and arrange them in order. Any order, south to north or north to south, you need to understand that. Rafah. Rafah was in news. Humanitarian aid was reaching Gaza through Rafah, and Egypt was sending that, right? So Rafah was southernmost. Iske upar hai Gaza. That is the Gaza Strip. North of Gaza you will find Jerusalem. Further north, Tel Aviv, Yafo. Further north, Haifa. Have a look in the map. See here, if it is visible to you all, written over here as Gaza Strip. And this, if it is visible, I don't know whether it is visible to you or not, a small light blue colored area, that is the Gaza Strip, marked over here in Israel. The southern part of Gaza Strip is having connection to Egypt, and that is having Rafah. Further north, Gaza. Further north, Jerusalem. Right? Further north, Tel Aviv, Yafo is somewhere over here. And further north is Haifa. Are you getting that? So these are the towns of Israel or cities of Israel which you have to learn north to south or south to north. So consider the following places of West Asia and arrange them south to north. So Haifa, Tel Aviv, Yafo, Jerusalem, Gaza, Rafah. South to north you have to arrange, bottom to top. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 will be the answer. Right? So option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Are you getting that or not? Yes. Getting that? 100%? Let's see, do the map in that format. You won't be able to open this map again. Right? Even if you are not able to recall each and everything. Focus on whatever that is being taught in the class very seriously, because you will not be able to open this map. Take it as a challenge from my side. You won't be able to open that. You will go to the examination hall directly with the knowledge that you are gaining right now sitting in this class. That is a challenge. और 25 मई के बाद आके मुझसे मिलके बता देना अगर ये ना हो तो यही होगा. So please take it very seriously. Dead Sea is a saline, landlocked water body present in West Asia. Consider the following statements on that. It is located between Israel and Jordan. We discussed it yesterday also. Correct. It is the lowest point of the world. We discussed this point also yesterday. So it is a correct one. No issue to sort of map in this particular question. Both the options are correct. So both 1 and see, it is talking about the lowest point in the world. Lowest and deepest are two different terms. Right? Deepest is as per the surface, as per the bottom of the earth, and lowest is as per the mean sea level. So when you talk about the lowest point of the world, it is Dead Sea. The deepest point of the world is Mariana Trench. Within Mariana Trench, it is Challenger Deep. That is the deepest point. Are you getting that? So that is deepest point. Lowest point of Australia, Lake Erie. Lowest point of Africa, Lake Assal. Lowest point of North America, Death Valley. Lowest point of South America, Valdez Peninsula. In this manner, each and every continent, every country is having a lowest point. So lowest point is comparable to mean sea level, and it is 411 meters below mean sea level. So it is, if you go in the atlas and search for that, it is written as -411 मीटर, कहीं पर 410 हो सकता है, 409 हो सकता है, but it is -411 meter. Clear? So both the statements are correct. So option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? The names of the following corridors keep popping up in news these days. Consider the following statements on them. Netzarim corridor, Philadelphia corridor. I took these names while taking up your classes in PMP also.
Yes.
Netzarim corridor, Philadelphia corridor. Yes or no? So Netzarim corridor is located in the northern part of Gaza. Philadelphia corridor is located in the southern part of Gaza. Clear or not? Yes. Correct है कि नहीं है? See, Philadelphia is here only, aligned with Egypt. Philadelphia corridor. Netzarim corridor, northern part of Gaza में है, but it is not completely in the north, but slightly on the northern side of Gaza. So if Gaza has to be divided into two parts, north and south, then Netzarim will be in the northern half, right? Netzarim corridor on the northern part, newspaper में articles आते रहे. Israel is withdrawing the forces from the northern part, allowing the people from south to return back to the north through Netzarim corridor. Philadelphia corridor, Israel has removed the soldiers from there to allow the humanitarian aid to flow into the Gaza. So these corridors, Philadelphia corridor and Netzarim corridor, all they are in news. You need to know about them. Netzarim corridor is located in the northern part of Gaza, correct? Philadelphia corridor is located in the southern part of Gaza, also correct. Both the statements hold true. Option C, C for cat, both 1 and 2 will be the right answer to this particular question. West Bank ka border, Gurpreet, 4 countries are there that I told you. Same 4 countries. Discuss this question. With respect to Great Lakes of North America, consider the following statements. Lake Superior is the westernmost and Lake Ontario is the easternmost among the Great Lakes.
Yes, sir.
Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, Ontario. No doubt in that. Lake Michigan is the only lake out of them which lies entirely in USA. Remaining all 4 lakes are having some part in USA, some part in Canada. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake of the world in terms of volume of water. It is the largest freshwater lake in terms of surface area. In terms of volume of water, the largest lake is Baikal. All these lakes are interconnected by a canal network. Yes or no? See this. This I was telling you about the first question or second question that we started with. 49° north is international border between USA and Canada, and it is a geometrical border. Another geometrical border between USA and Canada is 141° west. 141° west longitude between Alaska and Canada. Alaska is a part of USA only. So between USA and Canada, 141° west also marks a geometrical boundary. See over here in USA. As you come to the eastern part, the boundaries are crooked. As you go to the western part, boundaries are geometrical. Less population, more population. Are you getting that? Great Lakes are at the border of USA and Canada. Lake Superior, this is Michigan, this is Huron, this one is Erie, this one is Ontario. Ontario is the origin of the river St. Lawrence that drains in Gulf of St. Lawrence. St. Lawrence river makes the delta in Gulf of St. Lawrence, and this is Gulf of St. Lawrence over here. This one is Gulf of St. Lawrence, right? Here it makes a delta, and that delta is truncated delta, block delta. It is not a full-fledged complete delta. It is an example of truncated delta made by St. Lawrence. Michigan is the only lake that is entirely in USA. Rest of the lakes are having some part in USA, some part in Canada, right? Great Lakes are responsible for modifying the climatic conditions over this particular region. Great Lakes was in news for creating lake effect snowfall over this particular region this winter only. Lake effect snowfall. Lake effect snowfall is a concept related to normal physical geography, that how it takes place. It caused immense snowfall, and that was spontaneous all of a sudden. Why? Because for lake effect snowfall to take place, what happens? The air has to blow over the length of the lake. It should have sufficient surface area to be exposed to the air. Only then lake effect snowfall can take place. See the alignment of Michigan. It is north-south, and the cold air mass that covers the region of North America in winter months is coming from the north. So when it was blowing over the Michigan, it was able to flow over the entire region of Michigan, and that was associated with lake effect snowfall taking place over the regions of Chicago, Milwaukee, the cities which are located on the southern side of Lake Michigan. Chicago, Milwaukee, known for what? Food processing industry, meat packaging industry, international trade centers, they are present over there. So Lake Superior is the westernmost, Lake Ontario is the easternmost, is correct one. Lake Michigan is the only out of them which is entirely in USA, correct. Lake Superior is the largest freshwater lake of the world in terms of surface area, not volume. Statement is wrong. All these lakes are interconnected by canal network. All these are connected by canal network, right? So 1, 2 and 4 are the correct statements. So only 3, option C, C for cat, will become the right answer. Clear on that? 100%. Panama Canal, Donald Trump. Yes, Lake Baikal is deepest lake, Avinash. Okay. Nile River is the longest river which remains flowing throughout the year. Otherwise, if you will go by length, there are other rivers also which overtake River Nile in terms of length, but they are frozen for some parts of the year. So they are not considered as the longest rivers of the world. Panama Canal is at the center stage of world politics after US President's remark. US President is claiming what? Wapas le lenge. Why? Because he is alleging that China is interfering. So the security of US is at risk, right? Consider the following statements on that. It is almost 80 kilometers in length. The official site of canal shows that it is 82 kilometers. So almost 80 kilometers, correct, right? It is under the control of Panama since last 100 years. Since when? 1999, USA handed it over to Panama. So not last 100 years. 100 years पहले तो शुरू भी नहीं हुई थी Panama Canal. It crosses PCN countries, Panama, Costa Rica and Nicaragua. Only one country, Panama, not PCN countries. It is present only in one country. It is fed by the waters from Lake Gatun, River Chagres and Lake Alajuela. The old name is Maiden Lake. These lakes are present over there, right? And Lake Gatun is shown in NCRT. NCRT में USA का कहीं पर एक मैप है जहाँ पनामा कैनाल का डिस्कशन है. They have shown Lake Gatun over there, and they are showing this lake since long. पुरानी NCRT में भी Lake Gatun, and UPSC has not asked the question on this up till now. हाँ देखो. So Lake Gatun, Lake Alajuela. Why these lakes are important as far as Panama Canal is concerned? Panama Canal is above the mean sea level. It is not at mean sea level. Like Suez Canal, a ship is sailing in Mediterranean, Mediterranean or Gulf of Suez. It enters the Suez Canal, crosses out. But Panama Canal, it's not like that. It has to go in a compartment. Water level increases, ship moves up, it moves to next compartment, it again increases, then it moves into the canal, and in the same manner it has to go down. So water has to be added, removed, added, removed, added, removed for ship to sail through Panama Canal, and therefore the water is supplied by these lakes, Lake Gatun, Lake Alajuela. Lake Alajuela is basically a feed lake for Lake Gatun, and Lake Gatun supplies the water to Panama Canal compartments. Are you clear on that? These lakes are fed by river Chagres. Clear? समझ में आ गई बात? So it is almost 80 km in length, correct? It is under the control of Panama since last 100 years, no. It crosses PCN countries, no, only Panama. It is fed by the waters from Lake Gatun and Lake Alajuela, correct. So first is correct, 2 and 3 are wrong, 4 is correct. So 1 and 4, only 2, option B, B for boy shall be the right answer. Consider the following lakes of Africa. Lakes of Africa: Lake Turkana, Tanganyika, Elbert, Edward, Malawi, Lake Tana, Lake Chad, Lake Kivu. How many of the above are Rift Valley lakes? What is the Rift Valley? Divergence. Rift Valley is formed by divergence or convergence? What is the Rift Valley? Okay. If we talk about plate tectonics and we use the term convergence, we use the term divergence, we use the term faulting, which goes with Rift Valley? Rift Valleys will go with faulting. It can be divergence, convergent, plate, margins, and close to that faulting is taking place. Basically, Rift Valley is formed by this mechanism. We are having a lithospheric block, right? Crack develops in the lithospheric block. Blocks get formed. One of the blocks move down, or any of the block moves up. Suppose this is a center block, it is moving down. So it forms a fault over here in this manner. Here we get the formation of a fault. This is this block here. This block went down, this block present over here. So the middle block went down. This is a fault, this is a fault, and this valley which it is formed, this is called as a Rift Valley. Rift Valley can only be formed by the process of faulting. That is the only mechanism. This faulting may be present close to divergent plate boundary, may be present close to convergent plate boundary, but the final mechanism or the root mechanism that is responsible for the formation of Rift Valley is faulting, right? Now the question is asking you, which of the above are Rift Valley lakes of Africa? See, this is the Great African Rift. River Nile is flowing through this region. This is the Great African Rift Valley. From here up till here, this is the Great African Rift Valley. And all the lakes which are present in this location, they are the Rift Valley lakes of Africa. Lake Turkana, also known as Lake Rudolph, Lake Edward, Elbert, Kivu, Tanganyika, Malawi, they are all in this category, right? They are all in this category, Rift Valley lakes. Lake Tana is present over here in Egypt, from where you get the origin of river Blue Nile and origin of river, Blue Nile and origin of river Atbara. Lake Tana is present over here in Ethiopia. Lake Chad is present over there. This is Lake Chad, having borders with 4 countries. 4 countries: Niger, Nigeria, Cameroon, Chad. Niger, Nigeria, Cameroon, Chad. 4 countries having border with Lake Chad. देखो इसको चार्ट को. Lake Chad. It is also drying up very fastly. Niger over here, Nigeria over here, Chad over here, and Cameroon over here. 4 countries share the border for Lake Chad. The remaining lakes that has been mentioned in the question, they are given over here only. If you will look in the physical map of Africa, you will be able to find all the lakes over here. Clear on that? Sure on that? Lake Tana is a caldera lake. Caldera, you must be knowing caldera volcano depression, that is a caldera lake. Lake Chad is a playa. Playa means what? Salt water lake. Lake Chad is a playa, salt water lake in desert. Like in Mali, you are having Timbuktu. It is an oasis. Oasis is a freshwater lake in desert. Lake Chad is a playa. However, the lakes that we were discussing, these lakes are Rift Valley lakes. So Turkana, Tanganyika, Edward, Malawi, 1 to 5, all Rift Valley. Tana and Chad, they are not Rift Valley lakes. Tana is a caldera lake, Chad is a playa. Kivu is again Rift Valley lake. So how many of the above are Rift Valley lakes? Only 6. Option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Are you getting that? समझ में आ रहा है ना? लग रहा है ना कुछ दिमाग में जा रहा है? The rivers in Alaska. The rivers in Alaska. Alaska is North America. The rivers in Alaska were reported to be changing colors due to mineral-based pollutants. आया था न्यूज़ में ये? पढ़ा था कि नहीं? Various pollutants have given red color, purple color, blue color. Rivers का पानी change हो गया, color change हो गया. It was there in news in Alaska. So the statements on that, in Alaska region, what are the major rivers? River Yukon and River Tanana are the major rivers of Alaska. River Yukon and River Tanana. If you will check in the map of Alaska, you will find that. See over here. River Yukon is shown over here. You can see River Yukon. It's River Yukon. River Yukon, it is having a tributary River Tanana. These are the important tributaries of Yukon. Now what is happening? Alaska is known as Valley of 10,000 Smokes. Entire Alaska was bought by USA from Russia, USSR at that time. Why? Because this region is very rich in geothermal energy. It is Valley of 10,000 Smokes. That is a common terminology that is used for Alaska. See here it is written Mount Denali. Can you see that Mount Denali? This is the highest peak of Alaska as well as the highest peak of North America. It is present on Alaska range. Alaska range is present over here. Brooks range is present over here. Yesterday I was explaining you that some air moving from Brooks range, continental, coastal wind, land wind, exception कुछ पढ़ा रहा था मैं समझा रहा था आप लोग को. This is the Brooks range, this is the Alaska range, Mount Denali, the highest peak, and these are the rivers of Alaska. Another important river over here is, which is related to importance of North America, River Mackenzie. That is flowing northward. It drains over here, close to the border of Alaska. The water body over here is Beaufort Sea. River Mackenzie is important and a prominent river of Canada. River Yukon drains in Bering Sea. Tanana is a tributary of River Yukon. So river Yukon and river Tanana are major rivers of Alaska, it's correct. Alaska is known as Valley of 10,000 Smoke because of geothermal energy, it is also correct. Mount Denali is the highest peak of Alaska in North America, is also correct. So all three statements are correct. So option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes. Senkaku Island, I don't know why I framed this question again. It was already there in PYQs. Senkaku Islands remain in news frequently due to which of the following reasons? When you keep on coming across the same topics, then you miss out. कि इसको हमने PYQ में पढ़ा था कि करंट अफेयर में पढ़ा था कि कहाँ पढ़ा था, right? So it was framed accidentally. They are located in South China Sea. No, they are located in East China Sea. They are distributed between China and Japan. Correct. So both 1 and 2, option C, C for cat, is the right answer. This question we have already discussed. So I am, yeah, 2 only. Option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. They are located in East China Sea. So option B, B for boy, is the right answer. Consider the following statements. Yes, Apurv. Dead Sea lowest point because it is below mean sea level 411 meters. Avinash? Yes, Apurv. The country is around Lake Chad. 141 degree west, correct. Okay, Peace is also a river over there. I don't know that. I will check for that. Drake Passage separates Cape Horn of South America with Antarctica. Magellan Strait connects Atlantic Ocean with Pacific Ocean. Correct or not? अलग टैब में खोलें. Now I will not close the tabs, so every time we will not have to open it up. Drake Passage, Magellan Strait. See if it is given over here. Not given. See here you are having Drake Passage present over here. At a certain tip of South America and between Antarctica, the water body that separates it is called as Drake Passage. Magellan Strait written over here, it connects Atlantic with Pacific Ocean. Here you are having an island called as Tierra del Fuego. Tierra del Fuego is known for having largest size of crabs in the world. Crabs, they are found in Tierra del Fuego, red crabs. They are found only over here, Tierra del Fuego, right? These are the places over there that are important, relevant. And the question has been framed on that only. Drake Passage separates Cape Horn of South America, that is southernmost tip of South America, Cape Horn, with Antarctica, it's correct. Magellan Strait connects Atlantic Ocean with Pacific Ocean, correct. Both the statements hold true. So both 1 and 2, option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Huh? Passage. Passage and the channel is basically a term that is used for that water body where the speed of the water increases. So channel, passage, and moreover we use this term for mid-oceanic islands generally. If the water body that is present between two islands which are away from the coastal area, you will find it mentioned as channel, passage. When a mega continental area is there and a small island is there, you find straits. Channel and passage are more or less same nomenclature है, कभी passage रख दिया, कभी channel रख दिया, right? The speed of the water is generally high and they are efficiently used for navigation because channel islands are having less continental shelf. So around islands the depth of water increases fastly as compared to continental regions. So they are used for navigation, easily navigable. They are called channel or passage. अंडमान निकोबार के बीच में बहुत सारे channel passage भरे हों, right? So both 1 and 2 option C for cat will be the right answer. Consider the following statements. Strait of Hormuz connects Persian Gulf to Strait of Gulf of Oman. Correct or not? Yes or no? Strait of Hormuz. It is present where? South of Iran. Yes or no? It connects Persian Gulf to Gulf of Oman. Yemen and Oman share their coastline with Persian Gulf. Yemen is not sharing. Chabahar port is located on Persian Gulf. Correct? 100%? Sure on that? Should I lock that? We opened this map. Chabahar port is located not over there. इसी में ही देख लो ऐसा. This is West Asia. पढ़ में कुछ नहीं आ रहा पर दिखाई तो दे रहा. This is Persian Gulf, right? Here it is Gulf of Oman. This is the country Oman, and here you are having the country Yemen. So Gulf, Persian Gulf is connected to Gulf of Oman, and this water body over here, this is Strait of Hormuz, right? Chabahar, this country is Iran. Here you are having a port Bandar Abbas, very prominent port, important port for Iran. On the eastern side of Bandar Abbas, when you move in Gulf of Oman, you will find Chabahar over here, close to Pakistan border. Not very close, but not very far also. Chabahar port over here. So Chabahar port is not present in Persian Gulf. It is having its coastline on Gulf of Oman, right? Oil fields of Iran over here, Bandar Abbas. Here you are having Ahvaz, Masjid-e-Suleiman, Aghazari, Lali, Gatsaran, major oil fields of Iran. That day we were discussing about a question. UPSC has asked a question, match the following. In that two places were there, Kirkuk, Mosul. याद है कल ही हम लोग डिस्कस कर रहे थे. So Baghdad, Kirkuk, Mosul, Karbala. These are the oil fields of Iraq. Are you getting that? So Chabahar is not on Persian Gulf. So Strait of Hormuz connects Persian Gulf to Gulf of Oman. Correct. Yemen and Oman share their coastline. Oman shares, Yemen do not share. Chabahar part is located in Persian Gulf. No. So 2 and 3 are wrong. 1 is correct. So only one, option A for apple, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Yes or no? Sudan is witnessing a scuffle between different forces. Consider the following statements. Ethiopia, Chad, Central African Republic have borders with Sudan. Now test yourself. Don't look at a map. Please, 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 for a second, test yourself. Just now we were looking at a map of Africa for Democratic Republic of Congo. उस समय आपने सूडान देखा तो होगा कहाँ पर. Now test yourself whether you can calculate an answer for this or not. First statement at least. Ethiopia, Chad and Central African Republic are having borders with have a look. Sudan over here having border with Egypt, Libya, Chad, Central African Republic, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea. Right? Now have a look at the question. So Ethiopia, Chad, Central African Republic, yes or no? All three countries are having border. River Blue Nile and River White Nile confluence at Khartoum, the capital of Sudan, to form River Nile. River White Nile originates from which place? Close to Lake Victoria. River White Nile originates, flows northward. It is known as White Nile. Why it is known as White Nile? Why the name is White Nile? Because it is having number of rapids. Throughout the Rift Valley, the water appears white in color. Rapid is what? Water will tumble over a rock, fall down. When it will fall down, it will create bubbles as the wave breaks. So due to that, water appears white in color. Throughout its length, it appears almost white in color. So it is called as White Nile. From Ethiopia, you get the origin of river Blue Nile. Close to Lake Tana, you get the origin of river Blue Nile. River Blue Nile is called Blue Nile because of the reflection, it appears bluish in color in that particular region from the point of origin. And both these rivers confluence at Khartoum. And from Khartoum, the river is called as Nile. Before that, it is called as Blue Nile or White Nile. From Khartoum, the river is called as Nile, and after another river from Lake Tana, that is called as river Atbara, Atbara. Atbara is also a place in Sudan only. It also joins river Nile. River Atbara joins river Nile at a place, and that city is also called as Atbara. And after that, river Nile becomes navigable. White Nile में navigation नहीं होता. It is not navigable. Rift Valley, ups and downs है. Ship नहीं जा सकती. Are you getting that? Then river Nile becomes navigable, flows northward along the capital of Egypt, Cairo. So Cairo is a river port on river Nile, and then it makes a delta at Mediterranean Sea close to Alexandria. Alexandria, you must have read in ancient history also. Alexandria, a port in Egypt. It is mentioned over there also. Even now it is there. So river Blue Nile, White Nile confluence at Khartoum, the capital of Sudan. It's correct, to form river Nile. Nubian Desert and Eastern Desert lies in Sudan. Now this is slightly a deeper question. The eastern flank of Sahara Desert is having these small deserts. Eastern Desert, Nubian Desert. Nubian Desert is completely in Sudan only. Eastern Desert is basically in Egypt, but it stretches into Sudan also. So both these deserts are present in Sudan. So statement 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is also correct. All three statements hold true. So option C, all three, C for cat, will be the right answer to this particular question. Are you getting that? White Nile route of rapid, Tana, Blue Nile. Yes, Cairo is a riverine port, correct, Apur. Myanmar, next question, Myanmar, Thailand experienced a massive earthquake recently. Abhi hua. Consider the following pairs on the rivers of the region. In Southeast Asia, the rivers flowing over there, Irrawaddy, Chao Phraya, Mekong, Hong. These are the four prominent rivers of Southeast Asia. These are important places, and you have to verify whether these places are located on rivers or not. And this is the location where the river is making delta or confluencing with the oceanic water body. So river Irrawaddy, Mandalay, Yangon, Gulf of Martaban, Chao Phraya, Bangkok, Gulf of Thailand, Mekong, Phnom Penh, Ho Chi Minh City, South China Sea, Hong, Hanoi, Gulf of Tonkin. See over here. Is it visible? Not visible. ये नहीं काम करेगा. Focus over here. This is written as Burma, right? Burma. This is Myanmar, old name of Myanmar, Burma. Here you are having the city of Mandalay. From Mandalay the river Irrawaddy flows. So Irrawaddy is having the location of Mandalay. When it makes delta, delta is close to Yangon. Yangon, that is a prominent city over there. So Irrawaddy flows through Mandalay, flows through Yangon, makes delta, and the water body over here is Gulf of Martaban. In your atlas, it may be written as Gulf of Mutayama. Both are one and the same. Gulf of Martaban, Gulf of Mutayama, right? Then focus over here. Thailand, river Chao Phraya flows through Thailand, makes delta close to Bangkok, the capital of Thailand. And here the water body is Gulf of Thailand, right? Second statement holds true. The third statement that we have also discussed 2 or 3 days back, river Mekong. Yesterday we were discussing Mekong cooperation. So river Mekong flows through all these countries, finally makes delta close to Ho Chi Minh city, right? So Ho Chi Minh city is there. Phnom Penh, the capital of Cambodia, is located on Mekong, and then this water body is South China Sea. Clear on that? Here you are having Hanoi, Vietnam. Here the river is Hong. River Hong flows through Hanoi, makes the delta. This water body is Gulf of Tonkin, Tongking, Tongking, Tonkin. Clear on that? So all the 4 pairs are correctly matched. The only thing why this question has been put over here, so that you can get an idea of the rivers of this region, the places of this region. और इस region के ऊपर UPSC ने question पूछा. Yesterday we were discussing Jakarta, Singapore, Bangkok, Hanoi, south to north arrange कर रहे थे. We were arranging, right? Same region. Again इस पे question आएगा. Be prepared. Clear? So all 4 are correctly matched. All 4. In these map related questions, when I am discussing that, many of the options are coming like that, all are correct, all are correct, all are correct. The reason is that because I am sure on that you will not open the map again. So I have given the options as correct in maximum of the questions, so that when you are revising, and even if you get a time of 1 hour to revise this question paper of 100 questions, by looking at a question paper only without having the answer key, you can get the answer. If you have followed that properly in class. इसको मैं difficult बना सकता था. ऑप्शंस ऊपर नीचे करने में कितनी देर लगती है? मंडले को वहां डालते हैं, बैंकों को यहाँ करते हैं, हो गया खत्म. 2 गलत 2 सही. But all 4 have been matched correctly only because when you are revising the question, by looking at a question only you can get an idea that these are correct options. So there it was all 4 pairs. Now consider the following statements. Southeast Asia. Laos is the only landlocked country of the region. Myanmar, Thailand, Laos, Vietnam, Cambodia, Singapore, Malaysia, Philippines, Brunei, Indonesia. These 10 countries are in Southeast Asia. Out of that, only one landlocked country, Laos. Strait of Johor separates Malaysia from Singapore. Strait of Malacca separates Singapore and Indonesia. Strait of Malacca separates Singapore from Indonesia. Sunda Strait separates Java from Sumatra. Here it is Singapore. North of Singapore is Malay Peninsula, Malaysia. Between Singapore and Malaysia, Singapore is an island. And Singapore is separated from Malay Peninsula by a water body that is called a Johor Bahru Strait. Johor Bahru Strait. In some of the atlases, you are having detailed map of Southeast Asia. On that same map only, you are having a enlarged map of Singapore. That may be showing you Johor Bahru Strait. ये बात समझ में आती है? Clear? The second statement is written about Strait of Malacca. So Strait of Malacca is right from here up till here. Same is called a Singapore Strait. It separates Singapore from Indonesia. Correct? Another statement is about Sumatra and Java. This is the island Sumatra. There you are having Nicobar, Great Channel, 6 degree channel. Here Sumatra, this is Java. Java having the capital Jakarta. Between these two, water body is called as Sunda Strait. Are you getting that? Further on the eastern side, or if you move east, the next island that is one of the hotspot for Indians as a tourist destination, Bali. जिसको देखने घूमने बाली जा रहा, separated from Jakarta. After Bali, next island is Lombok. After Lombok, next island is Roti. And so, because it is a chain of island, Indonesia is called as the largest archipelago of the world. Archipelago is a chain of islands. This is the largest chain of islands, even largest group of islands. No other group of islands in the world is having so many islands as Indonesia. So it is called the largest archipelago of the world. Have a look over here. So Laos is the only landlocked country, correct. State of Johor separates Malaysia and Singapore, correct. State of Malacca separates Singapore from Indonesia, correct. Sunda State separates Java from Sumatra is also correct. All four statements are correct. So all four, option D, D for dog is the right answer. Arrange the following from west to east. Same region, question again. Borneo, Celebes, Moluccas, Halmahera. See over here, this is Borneo, the largest island of this region, having three countries, Indonesia, Malaysia, Brunei. This is Borneo. Further east of that, you are having Celebes. Further east of that, Moluccas. Further east, Halmahera. Island groups. See, if you look at this particular island group, distorted letter K, all are in the shape of distorted letter K. जैसे K letter लिखा हो उसको distort कर दिया जाए. All islands are in this particular shape. Are you getting? Yes or no? 100%. So Borneo, Celebes, Moluccas, Halmahera. Confusion? Clear? So it is Borneo followed by नहीं मिल रहा. Check for that, you will find that. Don't look for Moluccas Sea. Island group you have to look. You will find Borneo, Celebes, Moluccas, Halmahera. That is the correct sequence. So it will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Option A for apple will be the right answer. Consider the following statements on Philippines. Come to the section on Philippines. Sulawesi is that only, not different. Consider the following statements on Philippines. Human species Homo legenensis was named after an island of Philippines. नई human species discover हुई थी, it was 3 or 4 years back. It was Homo luzonensis. The traces were discovered from a cave in Luzon Island of Philippines, and so it was given the name as Luzonensis. So Homo luzonensis named after an island of Philippines, correct. Then Mindanao is an island group of Philippines. Yesterday also we discussed in some of the question Mindanao. It is correct. Bashi Channel separates Philippines from Taiwan. See here, this is Philippines, right? Here is the largest island. This island is called as Luzon. Luzon is having the capital of Philippines, Manila. Luzon is having a city that is called as Quezon City, very important city. Manila is having International Rice Research Institute. We imported hybrid variety of rice from here during Green Revolution. यहीं पर है International Rice Research Institute, जहाँ से हम hybrid rice के high yielding variety seeds of rice we imported, right? Golden rice. Then golden was golden wheat. Rice golden rice tha.
Yes.
Here you are having the island Mindanao. Mindanao is having the place Davao. Mount Pinatubo, Mount Taal. These are important volcanic peaks present in Philippines. Philippines के north में here you are having It is separated from Taiwan by Bashi Channel or Luzon Strait. What is given in the atlas? Check for that. Bashi Channel and Luzon Strait both will be there. Huh? Bashi Channel is also over there. In different atlases, it is mentioned as different. So if it comes Bashi Channel, okay. If it comes as Luzon Strait, then also okay. It is north of Philippines. So all three statements are correct. So all three option C, C4 cat shall be the right answer to this particular question. Clear on that? Next is Amazon Basin. Amazon Basin is experiencing drought-like conditions over last few years. Consider the following statements on that region. Negro from south and Madeira from north are the major tributaries of Amazon. ट्रिब्यूटरीज के नाम तो सही है बट नॉर्थ और साउथ भी सही है, भी तो वेरीफाई कर लो. Negro from south and Madeira from north are the major tributaries. Manaus is an important port located on Amazon. Here you are having the river Amazon. The largest tributary of Amazon from the northern side is Negro, and remember it like that: N for north, N for Negro. Madeira is not having M, so it is coming from south. N for Negro, N for this, and Madeira is coming from south. Manaus is a port, it is an inland port on river Amazon. Close to Manaus, not very close, close to the point where Amazon finally confluences with this Atlantic Ocean, you are having the place Belém. हाँ? बेलम पे कुछ होने जा रहा है ना, ब्राजील. बेलम डिक्लेरेशन तो पहले, अभी रिसेंटली समथिंग इज गोइंग टू हैपन दैट हैज बीन प्लान्ड एट बेलम. आई डोंट नो व्हाट, मिस दिमाग पे नहीं आ रहा. Are you getting that? So both the statements, Negro from south is wrong. Manas is an important port on Amazon, it's correct. So one is wrong, two is correct. So two only, option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Consider the following statements on South America. Again on South America, Bolivia and Paraguay are the only landlocked countries of South America. The countries of South America are what? Chile, coast is there. Argentina, coast is there. Peru, Ecuador, Colombia, Venezuela, Suriname, French Guiana, Brazil. Which two countries are left? Paraguay and Bolivia. So these two countries are landlocked in South America. Only these two countries are landlocked. Chile is the longest country of the world in the north-south direction. Yes. North-south, longest country is Chile. East-west it will be, I think, Russia. This is the longest country, north-south. River Paraguay and river Uruguay both drains at Rio de la Plata. Focus over here. River Paraguay flows through this region. Uruguay comes in this manner. Uruguay makes the border of Uruguay and Argentina. and both the rivers drains at this water body over here. This is Rio de la Plata. Rio de la Plata over here, right? So both the rivers drain in Rio de la Plata. So Bolivia and Paraguay landlocked country is correct. Chile correct. River Paraguay, Uruguay both are correct. So all three option C, C4 cat shall be the right answer. Next question. Consider the following lakes of Suez Canal and arrange them north to south. Following lakes of Suez Canal, and you have to arrange them north to south. The lakes which are present in Suez Canal. So Little Bitter Lake, Great Bitter Lake, Timsa Lake, Manzala Lake. Heard their names? Suez Canal, when it is moving from Gulf of Suez to Port Said in Mediterranean, it is having lakes in its course. Number of lakes are present over there. Any map, have a look. See over here. Little Bitter Lake, Great Bitter Lake, TL is Timsa Lake, and here in the north over here, this one is Manzala Lake, Lake Manzala. So it starts with Little Bitter, Great Bitter, Timsa, Manzala. So this canal follows passes through these lakes. So the correct Port Said, SAID. Port Said is in Mediterranean, that is the Suez Canal port. So correct answer, you have to arrange north to south. North will be Manzala, then Timsa, then Great Bitter, then Little Bitter. 4, 3, 2, 1. Option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. In recent past, the largest coral colony was discovered in Solomon Islands. It was in news that a coral colony has been discovered in Solomon Island, largest one. Consider the following countries. Apart from Solomon Islands, which of the above are part of Coral Triangle? Four countries are given over there: Indonesia, Australia, Malaysia, Philippines. Which countries are part of Coral Triangle? How many countries are there? 6 countries are there parts of Coral Triangle, and these countries include Indonesia, Philippines, Solomon Island, Timor-Leste, Papua New Guinea, and Malaysia. Australia is not a part of Coral Triangle. Australia is not a part of Coral Triangle. Generally, everyone assumes Australia is a part of Coral Triangle, which is not a part of Coral Triangle. 6 countries, 4 mentioned over here: Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Solomon Island, and 2 are Timor-Leste and Papua New Guinea. Right? These 6 countries are part of Coral Triangle. Clear on that? So here it will be only 3. Australia will not be part of that. So option C, C for cat, will be the right answer. Clear? Can we move on? Golden Triangle. Heard about Golden Triangle? Madeira is from south, okay, correct. Yes, okay. Macapa, okay. Belém COP30, yes, Belém is COP30 is going to be scheduled at Belém. COP30 होगा बेलेम में. River Parana is River Paraguay only, correct. Paragu and Parana both confluence with each other, and the river is called as Parana, and later on it is called the river Plata. Golden Crescent, Golden Triangle. Which are the countries? Laos, Myanmar and Thailand. Why are they known? Golden Triangle is known for what? Drugs production as well as trafficking. So first three countries are part of Golden Triangle, so only three. Option C. Malaysia is not part of that, right? In the same manner, there is a term Golden Crescent. So which countries are? Pakistan, Afghanistan and Iran. And generally it is said that Golden Triangle produces drugs and it is consumed over here. Golden Crescent. Afghanistan, Pakistan and Iran. So again option C, C for cat, only three will be the right answer for Golden Crescent. Baltic Sea had remained in news multiple times for disruptions to submarine cables and gas pipelines. Consider the following statements on Baltic Sea. It is a shoreline with Russia. Baltic Sea is having shoreline with Russia. Kiel Canal connects it to North Sea. Danish Straits, the Great Belt, the Little Belt, the Sound connected to Strait of Kattegat and Skagerrak Straits. Gulf of Riga and Gulf of Nask are its part. All four are correct. See here, this is the Baltic Sea. Russia is having its coastline over here. Baltic Sea. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania, these are called as Baltic states, north to south. Estonia, Latvia and Lithuania, these are called as Baltic states. Northern part of Baltic Sea, Gulf of Bothnia over here, Gulf of Finland over here. Baltic Sea is connected to North Sea. This one is North Sea over here. This is your Denmark. This is Germany. Germany is having a town called as Kiel. Through Kiel, a canal is made that is called as Kiel Canal. So Kiel Canal connects Baltic Sea to North Sea. This is Kattegat, this is Skagerrak, and here you are having the Danish states, the three states that are mentioned over there. They connect it to Kattegat and Skagerrak state. So all the statements written over there are correct. Russia is having its coastline over here. इसको ध्यान से रखिए. Russia is having coastline with Lithuania. Estonia, Latvia के साथ इधर है, Lithuania के साथ यहाँ पे. Clear? आप लोग को दिख रहा है इधर से? So all the four statements hold true. All four, option D, D for dog shall be the right answer. Gulf of Riga देखा आपने? This one is Gulf of Riga. Gulf of Riga is having borders with Estonia and Latvia, and this one is Gulf of Nask over here. This one having borders with Lithuania, Russia and Poland. This one is not written over there. If you will check on Google, grill on that, you will find that it is present over here, right? In one of the papers, UPSC has asked this question mentioning these two water bodies, Gulf of Riga and Gulf of Nask. This year only. कोई एक क्वेश्चन पेपर आया था जिसमें यूपीएससी ने पूछा है. That's why I have put these water bodies in this question paper. Consider the following pairs, comparatively easier question. Name of the states and it connects what? State of Kerch, Black Sea and Sea of Azov, correct or not? Bosporus is state, Black Sea and Marmara Sea, correct or not? Then Strait of Dardanelles, Marmara Sea and Aegean Sea. Strait of Otranto, Adriatic Sea and Ionian Sea. Yes or no?
Yes.
Strait of Messina, Ionian Sea and Tyrrhenian Sea. Now Strait of Kerch, it connects Black Sea to Sea of Azov, common strait. Strait of Kerch separates the territory of Russia from Ukraine. Are you getting that? Same Strait of Kerch. On one side you are having Russia. अभी यूक्रेन भी रशिया के पास है, बट यूक्रेन का जो क्रीमिया पेनिनसुला है, that Crimea Peninsula is separated from Russia by Strait of Kerch. So do remember that the Strait of Kerch is connecting Sea of Azov to Black Sea. It is separating Russian territory with Crimea Peninsula. Bosporus Strait Black Sea and Marmara Sea को connect कर रहा है. It is separating the two territories of Turkey. Istanbul के बीच में. Strait of Dardanelles is connecting Marmara Sea to Aegean Sea and again connecting both the separating both the territories of Turkey. Istanbul के दोनों पार्ट को separate कर रहा है. Strait of Otranto, it is connecting Adriatic Sea to Ionian Sea, right? Or you can say Italy is being separated from Albania by Strait of Otranto. Strait of Messina connects Ionian Sea with Tyrrhenian Sea. Strait of Messina separates Italy from its island Sicily. South of Italy you are having the island Sicily on which you are having Mount Etna. That Sicily is separated from Italy by Strait of Messina. In the same manner there is another strait, Strait of Bonifacio. It separates Corsica from Sardinia. Corsica belongs to Italy, Sardinia belongs to France. So Italy or France के बीच में there is a water body, Strait of Bonifacio. Corsica is France. Corsica is France, Sardinia is Italy. Right? So between Italy and France the water body is Strait of Bonifacio. North of these island groups you are having Gulf of Lyons. Can you find that? When you move further westward you will find a Strait of Gibraltar. A Strait of Gibraltar is between UK and Spain. On the northern side you are having UK. Strait of Gibraltar northern side is having UK. The part of the Spain that is controlling Gibraltar is occupied by UK. That is named as Gibraltar. And the southern side is appearing as country Morocco. But exactly that region is Ceuta of Spain. That is not Morocco. Spain has occupied that territory and that is Ceuta of Spain. On the northern side it is UK. Right? So it is between UK and Spain. It is not between Spain and Morocco. Don't get confused. Strait of Gibraltar. Earlier it was called as, old name was, missing out the old name. Then if you cross, follow the map of Europe, move clockwise, move north, you will find Bay of Biscay. Can you find Bay of Biscay? Move further north, you will find English Channel. English Channel is connected to North Sea and the water body connecting English Channel to North Sea is Dover Strait. D-O-W-E-R or D-O-V-E-R, something is the spelling, Dover Strait. Then you will reach North Sea. North Sea के बाद Baltic Sea we have already studied. Clear on that? These are the water bodies around Europe. So here all the pairs are correctly matched. So option D, D for dog, all 5 will be the correct answer to this particular question. Gibraltar का पुराना नाम? A very good name, a very prominent name. Strait of Gibraltar's old name. Hercules. Hercules. Right? And Europe is very important in terms of small countries. If you are having the map of Europe right now in your front, kindly check in that. In Italy, Apennine Peninsula. Have a look at Apennine Peninsula, Italy, the region of Italy. That peninsula is having 3 countries. They are may not be visible over there. Italy is the major country. Locate Vatican City over there. Locate San Marino over there. These are independent countries. Vatican City is a separate country. San Marino is a separate country. Move further south of Italy in Mediterranean Sea. There you will find an island country, Malta. Can you find that? Malta is an island country. Clear? Consider the following countries bordering North Sea. Have a look over here. Next question. North Sea को border करें country Germany, Denmark, Belgium, Netherlands, United Kingdom. Which of the following is the correct clockwise sequence of the above countries? Clockwise sequence, so you can start from any country, end at any country, but you have to look at the options available, right? Because clockwise is the round you can start from any place, end at any place, but which will match the option accordingly. Work for that. Without wasting time, here it will be starting with Denmark, followed by Germany, followed by Netherlands, then Belgium, then UK. So starting with Netherlands, Denmark. So it will be 2, 1, 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. 2, 1, 4, 3, 5. Option D, D for dog shall be the Sweden nahi, Norway. Sweden is not bordering North Sea. Greenland, again Trump. Greenland is in news in recent election and controversial claims made by US President. Consider the following statements on Greenland. Nares Strait separates it from Queen Elizabeth Island. Mount Vesuvius turned into active few years back also. It is something new. Have a look. Greenland. Can you memorize Greenland? Greenland is a part of Denmark. Eastern side of Greenland, you are having oceanic area. Southeastern side, you are having Iceland. Between Iceland and Greenland, the water body is Denmark state. Written in statement 2, Denmark state separates it from Iceland. On the western side of Greenland, the connecting link between Baffin Bay and Atlantic Ocean, that is Nares Strait, Nares, Nares Strait connects Baffin Bay to Arctic Ocean, not Atlantic, sorry, Arctic. Baffin Bay to Arctic Ocean, Nares Strait, or it separates Greenland from Queen Elizabeth Island. Queen Elizabeth Island is the island group of Canada, so it is separated from that. Davis Strait separated from Baffin Island. Greenland के southwest में देखिए, you are having Labrador Sea over there, Davis Strait, yes, separating it from Baffin Bay. This is the region from where Labrador cold current flows southward. That is the cold current formed by ablation, melting of ice. Clear on that? Yes or no? So first statement, second statement, third, all three are correct. So option C, C for cat, shall be the right answer. Clear on that? Consider following pairs with respect to USA, North America. San Francisco, a popular city in USA, yes or no? USA western side, San Francisco. Heard about the name San Francisco? Maximum Indian diaspora there only. Indian population, maximum Indians residing there only, right? Maximum Pakistanis also residing there only. San Francisco in America. Maximum Chinese also, San Francisco. Sacramento and San Joaquin, these are the two rivers both flow through the Rift Valley, and they are located at the city San Francisco. San Francisco is called as City of Golden Gate. Colorado. Colorado is a river. Colorado River is known for making Grand Canyon, right? And this is the river that feeds Lake Mead. Lake Mead, M-E-A-D, Lake Mead. On the bank of Lake Mead, you are having Las Vegas. Las Vegas, right? So Las Vegas on River Colorado is the correct one. River Potomac in Washington and River Hudson in New York. These rivers will not be found in the map of North America. If you want to find these rivers, you have to switch over to map of USA, detailed map of USA, every atlas. If you will turn 2 pages, you will be having detailed map of USA. There you may find these rivers, River Potomac and River Hudson in New York. The most important regions, Avinash, as per map work are Middle East, Southeast Asia. Focus on these 2 regions. And the third important region is around Ukraine and Europe. And these are not the complete regions. I am bound by 100 questions. I can make 1000 questions on map work. The complete map will not be covered in this set of 100 questions. Impossible. I am doing it region wise only. Framing 4 or 5 questions on Europe, 4 or 5 on America, South America, Asia, Southeast Asia, Central Asia, West Asia. I did like that. All 4 are correct over here. All 4, option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Consider the following cities of USA. Important cities of USA. You keep on hearing a particular this one, NASDAQ going up and down, Dow Jones going up and down. What is that? There are stock exchanges present in different positions. Important places. This is the Rust Belt of USA. Boston, New York, Philadelphia, Washington. You have to arrange these places north to south, or what it is written, south to north. Boston is known for university education. New York is a major trade center. Philadelphia is an ancient city of USA. Washington is the capital of USA. Washington DC. What is DC in Washington? District of Columbia. So the order is south to north. Check in the map. What is the order? You are not able to divide, get the order? See here, the 4 towns are mentioned over here. Washington, Baltimore, Philadelphia, New York, Washington. Arey Boston chalo yaar. From Washington to Boston, this is the order south to north as well as the order west to east. Same order south to north, same order west to east. Are you getting that? Another important place over here is Norfolk. Boston's to Norfolk is called as Rust Belt. Boston is present over here, Norfolk is present over here. This is called a Rust Belt. Since 1890 up till now, working 24/7 in shifts. Rust Belt of USA. This is called as Mid-Atlantic coast of USA. This is a prominent industrial region of USA. Very important, right?
Rust.
RUST, Rust Belt. Yeah, it is known for industries, for trade, commerce, Mid-Atlantic region, from here to Europe, Europe to America. Very heavy trade takes place over it. Here you are having Miami. This is Florida state. This is Florida Peninsula, right? USA. Here you are having New Orleans, the delta of river Mississippi. Here you are having Houston, a prominent place. Dallas, again important city. Fort Worth, somewhere over here only, here. That is a cattle city. Here you are having river Rio Grande. That makes the border of USA and Mexico, river Rio Grande. Here you are having this Las Vegas that you were locating just now. That is on Lake Mead. Death Valley, close to that. Death Valley. Someone was questioning, excuse me, here. Death Valley. Reverse triangle, minus 86 meter. So it is below mean sea level. So it is written as minus 86 meter. Here you are having Grand Canyon, River Colorado over here, and this is River Colorado. See, are you getting that? Here Colorado is having a tributary that is called as Gila, Gila. Gila is a tributary of Colorado. Here you are having river Columbia. Columbia is having a tributary Snake. This is called as Columbia Snake Plateau. This is called as Colorado Plateau. Just listen to it once. जितना दिमाग में रह गया क्या पता कुछ आ जाए काम. Columbia Snake Plateau over here. Colorado Plateau over here. Plateau is what? Elevated tableland. North में elevate हो गया, south में elevate हो गया, बीच में depression हो गया. Great Basin. Where you are having San Francisco, Sacramento, San Joaquin rivers flowing over there. Here you are having San Francisco, San Jose over here, San Diego over here, LA, Los Angeles, Hollywood over here. Las Vegas, known for what? Casinos. Here you are having Seattle. So many international conferences over here. Why? British type of climate, Mediterranean type of climate, citrus fruit, wine production, rainfall throughout the year, very light drizzle, showers, good climate, best for human settlement. इसी के ऊपर वैंकूवर इन कनाडा, राइट? वैंकूवर ये आपकी वो लाइन हो गई सीधा. आफ्टर फर्दर इन कनाडा you are having Prince Rupert, very important place. Edmonton remains in news, Calgary remains in news. Here you are having four places of Canada which are very important: Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Quebec. Again see, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, Quebec. Same order, south to north, west to east. Are you getting that? Halifax and St. John. These two are important towns over here in Canada. This you were locating. This was the water body that you have mentioned, you have seen as Nares Strait, connecting Baffin Bay to Arctic Ocean. Here you are having Denmark Strait, Greenland, Iceland. This is the water body written as Davis Strait, Baffin Bay, Labrador Sea. Here you are having Hudson Bay. Within Hudson Bay there is a water body called as James Bay. आपके एटलस में नाम दिया होगा ये, James Bay. Hudson Bay is connected to Labrador Sea by Hudson Strait. This is Hudson Strait. Are you getting that? North America. See there, Great Lakes. Yesterday we were doing one of the questions which, or we will be doing this question, I think so. Important cities, Lake Superior. Here you are having a city called as Duluth. I was just now telling you कि Milwaukee के south में there are cities, Chicago, Michigan के south में Chicago, Milwaukee. So Milwaukee over here, Chicago over here. Detroit, world capital of automobiles. Any region in any of the country of the world, if it is known for automobiles, it is called a Detroit of that particular country. So Nagoya in Japan is called a Detroit of Japan. Are you getting that? World capital of automobiles, Cleveland. Here you are having Buffalo. Buffalo. Here between Ontario and Lake Erie, you are having a city that is called as Kodak City. Kodak camera. Heard about that? Kodak. That was the Kodak City over there. Huh? वो तो बना ही देंगे. This was occupied by which people? Britishers, people from Europe. Here you are having 7 states. These are called as New England states. उनका आज भी नाम New England states है. New York, Rhode Island, Massachusetts, Connecticut, Vermont, New Hampshire, one more. होगा कोई छोटा सा. मैंने New Hampshire, Vermont, Connecticut, Rhode Island, New York. These 7 islands, 7 states are called as New England states. तो उन लोग ने अपने लिए एक छोटा सा लंदन यहाँ बसा लिया. Are you getting that? Pittsburgh, steel capital of the world. Here you are having another city called as Akron, Akron. यहाँ पे नहीं है. In your atlases, detailed map of USA, you will find that. That is the world capital of synthetic tires. Michelin, tire company Michelin. If you heard for that, yeah, वो महंगे आते हैं वो यहीं के. Michelin, right? So this entire region remains very important as far as your information is concerned. You may get a direct question from here, you may not get a direct question from here. America is at the center stage of debate. एक आदमी ने पूरी दुनिया को हिला दिया. So question should be asked. Whether they will ask or they will not ask, God knows. So the question here was arrange them south to north, no? South to north. It will be Washington, Philadelphia, New York, Boston. 4, 3, 2, 1. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Option B, B for boy, shall be the right answer. Next question. Consider the following pairs: Great Lakes and associated cities. This I showed you just now. Superior, there at Duluth, Michigan. It's Chicago. Erie, it's Cleveland. Ontario, Hamilton. The canal which connects Erie to Ontario flows through the city of Hamilton, and so it is also called as Hamilton Canal. The same is known as Walland Canal, W-A-L-L-A-N-D, Walland Canal or Hamilton Canal. So these cities are located on these very lakes. How many of the above pairs are correctly matched? All are correctly matched. Option D, D for dog, shall be the right answer. Next question, question number 336. Turkey is witnessing one of the strongest protests against the arrest of mayor of Istanbul. Consider the following statements on that particular region. Turkey के बारे में भी थोड़ा सा देख लीजिए. You want to say something? At? You have class at 5. I will leave you before 5. At 5. You can go out. I cannot stop the class. It's going on live. Istanbul, Izmir, Adana, Bursa. These are the major ports of Turkey. Are you getting that? Around Turkey, the 4 coastal cities which are prominent, which are very important, they are Istanbul, Izmir, Adana, Bursa. These are the major ports of Turkey. Turkey is bounded by Black Sea in the north, Mediterranean in the south. We know that, we discussed it yesterday also. Lake Van, the famous saline lake, right? It is considered as one of the most saline water bodies of the world. Not the most saline water body. Earlier it was considered, but the most saline water body now is Lake John Dwan, Antarctica. Lake John Dwan, Antarctica is the most saline water body of the world as of now. और ये मैंने चेक किया था 15 दिन पहले. इतने दिन में कोई नहीं मिल गई हो तो मुझे नहीं पता. Right? So keep checking because these are dynamic figures which keep on changing. Lake Van is a famous saline body located in the eastern side of Turkey, not the western side. So this statement is wrong. Turkey has land borders with Iran and Iraq. This we saw yesterday, that Turkey is having borders with Iran and Iraq, correct. Lake Van, a famous lake that is located on the eastern side of Turkey. Istanbul, debate mein. Lake Marmara Sea, state of Bosphorus, state of Dardanelles, that is Istanbul. Adana, Bursa are other important ports of Turkey. When you will look in the map of Turkey, you can find them. If you want me to show, then I can show that. Yes. See over here. This is Black Sea. तो छोटा करते हैं और बड़ा हो रहा है. This is Black Sea. This is Bosporus Strait. Bosporus Strait connecting Black Sea to Sea of Marmara. Sea of Marmara connected to Aegean Sea, Sea of Strait of Dardanelles. This is Istanbul. This is Istanbul. Here you are having Bursa. Are you getting that? This is Izmir over here. Adana over here. Adana, Izmir, Bursa, Istanbul. 4 major ports of Turkey which are known for international movement of cargo ships, right? Lake Van present over here. Lake Van. And this is the border where Iran, Iraq. So Lake Van यहाँ पर. This is the eastern side. That is the western side of Turkey. So Lake Van is present on the eastern side. Black Sea north में, Mediterranean Sea is in the south, right? Anatolia is the old name of Turkey. What you are saying? This is the Strait of Dardanelles written over here. It is connecting Marmara Sea to Aegean Sea. Clear on that?
In this notes like here, should we consider this broad because it's not yet updated at UPSC general.
But NCERT is not saying that Lake Van is the most saline water body in the world. Is it written in NCERT anyway?
Select.
It is one of the most saline. It is written something like that. It is not written as that it is the most saline water body in the world. And moreover, as far as in facts and figures are concerned, if NCERT is saying that the population of India is 1.2 crore, 120 crores, then you will not say that it is 120 crore because written in NCERT. Right? Height of Mount Everest is 8848 meters. So that is debatable. It has not been declared. और बहुत difference भी अभी नहीं आया, 4 ही मीटर का difference आया. ठीक है, हम मान लेते हैं कि वो उतना ही है. But Lake Van is now not the most saline water body. So NCERT will not play the role. Okay. You check on Google, go through the authentic website. So which is considered as the most saline water body? तो चेंज होगा. मैं तो कह रहा था 15 दिन पहले मैंने चेक किया था. हाँ, तो it keeps on. See, salinity is again a dynamic figure. Salinity depends upon what? Evaporation, influx of fresh water. So none of the water bodies which are exposed to atmosphere in the world are immune to these changes. That's why I said before going to the examination, you have to check these figures. It keeps on changing with time. That this water body is most saline. Then all of a sudden they discovered a water body which is having higher salinity. So that will become the most saline water body. It will keep on changing. When I was giving my examination, at my time, Lake Van was the most saline water body. Right? Over the period of time, I got to know that now Lake Don Juan is the most saline water body. Until recently, few days back only I checked, it was Lake Van. If now it is showing it like that, it might be the case. Clear on this? So here Lake statement 3 is not correct because it is on the eastern side. 1, 2 and 4 are correct. So only 3 option C, C for cat shall be the right answer. Consider the following rivers of Europe. Consider the following rivers of Europe. River Rhine, River Loire, River Rhone, River Weser, River Garonne, River Seine, River Danube, River Douro. River, and the question is asking how many of the above rivers flow in France? River Rhine? Yes? River Rhine is a prominent river of Germany. Rhine, Ruhr, Rhine, it makes a delta at Rotterdam, in Amsterdam. River Rhine flows in Germany. River Loire, is it in France? River Loire flows through the city. Name the city over there. Orleans. River Loire flows through the city of Orleans and make the delta at Nantes. River Rhone, is it in France? Yes. River Rhone flows through Lyon and makes the delta at Marseille. Yes or no? River Weser, it is in Germany. it flows northward, North Sea में drain करती है. River Garonne in France, it flows through Toulouse and makes the delta at Bordeaux. Look in France, Bay of Biscay पे drain कर रही है. The river is draining in Bay of Biscay. Check in the map. Can you find that? So river, and then river Seine, Paris, capital located on this river, making delta at Le Havre. Yes or no? The capital of France, Paris, is located on river Seine, which makes delta at Le Havre. River Danube, only river of the world to cross through 7 countries, and out of them 5 national capitals. River Danube, not in France. It drains in Black Sea, not present in France. River Douro, prominent river of Spain and Portugal. River Douro, River Oporto, they are present in Spain and Portugal. Now have a look. How many rivers are there in France? Loire, Rhone, Garonne, Seine. 4 rivers are there in France. So only 4. And which 4? You can tick them. River number 2, number 3, number 5 and 6. 2, 3, 5 and 6. That is Rhone, R-H-O-N-E. Rhone is in France, Rhine is in Germany, and both are interconnected by the canal network. Even if it is given in the atlas, you can cross check it later on with Google Map, any of the authentic sources. You will get to know that, right? Have a look over here. This is river Rhone in France, right? This is river Loire, this is river Seine, and here you are having river Garonne. Rhine is flowing over here, that is in Germany. There might be some canal that will be linked up. तो एटलस में उसका रिवर उन्होंने राइन नाम लिख दिया. Rhone, R-H-O-N-E is in France, R-H-I-N-E is in Germany. Do check from that, from authentic sources, confirm that. I am dead sure on that. Rhine, Weser, Elbe, Germany. Rhone, Loire, Garonne, Seine, France. Douro, that was the option over here, it is in Spain and Portugal. River Danube, it is starting from here, draining in Black Sea. Dnieper, Zelensky located on this river. Right. So here the answer is only 4, option B, B for boy. Next question, consider the following statements on Siberian River, Ob, Yenisei and Lena. These are the 3 prominent rivers flowing in Siberian region. The 3 rivers drain northward. All the 3 rivers flow from central part of Siberia and flow northward, right? The east to west alignment is Lena, Yenisei, Ob. The westernmost is Ob. Ob is having a tributary that is called as Irtysh. After that, next is Yenisei, next is Lena. Between Ob and Yenisei, you are having western Siberian plains. Between Yenisei and Lena, you are having central Siberian plateau. On the eastern side of Lena, you are having eastern Siberian hills. So this alignment east to west is correct. West to east is Ob, Yenisei, Lena, right? So both the statements written over here are correct, that is 1 and 2, both the statements will be considered as correct. Are you getting my point, yes or no? Able to locate these rivers? Ob, Yenisei, Lena, starting from central part of Siberia, draining northward, right? Is, I am repeating it out, check that. Ob, Yenisei, Lena. Ob is on western side. Ob or Yenisei, in between them, western Siberian plains. Between Yenisei and Lena, central Siberian plateau. On the eastern side of Lena, west eastern Siberian hills. Plain, plateau, hills. Both 1 and 2, option C, C for cat will be the right answer. Consider the following pairs: mountains and a region and a country. Jolin Mountain, Scandinavian Peninsula, correct or not?
Yes, sir.
Scandinavia, Sweden, so and Norway, Sweden. Julian Mountains are there, known for iron ore, I am sure. Black Forest, Italy. Black Forest is a block mountain, Germany, not in Italy. Apennines, Apennines is in Italy, not in Germany. Cantabrian Mountains, they are in Spain, not in France. So Jolin Mountain is Scandinavian is correct. 2 is incorrect, 3rd is incorrect, 4th is incorrect. So only one, option A for apple, shall be the right answer to this particular question. Are you getting that? Cantabrian is Spain. Online class, I am sorry, I was not able to respond to you all, but you all have not asked any question. You all are simply writing something or the other. Izmir, Bursa port, yes, they are part of Mediterranean Sea, correct? बुरसा इजमिर में वेस्ट टू ईस्ट जाते हुए पहले कौन आया? Bursa is on the western side. Bursa and Izmir, you have to check, they are north and south. Izmir is slightly south of that, but it is, she is asking for east and west. Which one is east? I have to check for it. I am not sure on that. Apennines are popular for karst topography, but that is not Italy Apennines. They are basically Dinaric Alps that are in Yugoslavian Peninsula and Peloponnesus of Greece. They are more known for limestone topography. Swing states in USA include those states which are not having the tag of Democrat or Republican. Some states are Democrat states, some states are swing states, some are Republican states. Swing states का पता नहीं होता, they will support Democrat or Republican candidate this time. Ankita, there is no thumb rule that what is enough for prelims examination. NCRTs and my session, NCRTs along with so many other things, they may be fruitful, they may not be fruitful, you may be studying so many things, no one can say that. But yes, thorough multiple revisions of NCRT along with the classes help you a lot in answering at least 75% plus questions related to the subject. That much I can say. 100% no one can claim कि UPSC का 100% पेपर आ जाएगा पढ़ाने से, right? Clear on that? So one is correct, rest all are wrong. So only one, option A for apple will be the right answer. Consider the following statements. Bass Strait separates Australia from New Zealand. Bass Strait is on the southeastern side of Australia. It separates Australia from Tasmania. Torres Strait separates Australia from Tasmania. Torres Strait in the north. Papua New Guinea is separated from Cape York Peninsula of Australia by Torres Strait. Australia from Tasmania is Bass Strait, and Australia and New Zealand, between them what is that? Tasman Sea, right? So both the statements are wrong. So neither 1 nor 2 is the correct answer to this particular question. I think we should stop here. You all are having class also. So we will stop our session here. We will continue with the session tomorrow. Right? 340 questions are done. Questions of map work and few other questions of current affairs and core geography. They will be left out. If we will not be able to complete tomorrow, then after some gap of time, we will take one more session if required. Right? For this particular. Thank you so much for today's class.